Okay, everybody, let's bring it on in. We got some stuff to do today. Um, my gosh. A lot of stuff has happened over the last 6 months. Post victory of the return of Olympus, many things have happened for everyone. Um, Going here and there, Ouroboros gaining alliance with the giants, some Athenians, building temples, doing his best to support the mistreated slaves here and there. Gyasi sort of excelling the mercantile world around ancient Greece. Katara learning secrets, maybe revealing secrets with the gods. Alicia just kind of hanging out, learning about the Greek world, seeing it for the first time. Thalia having crazy vacations and um, relations with Zeus. Silenos exploring, scouting, making the hunters of the world even more awesome than they already were. And Olympus forming officially an alliance with the druids of Gaia. Um, all of that to be solidified in Troy soon enough. But there is a couple of things that have gotten in the way. One of which is the death of Dahlia's sister Vanya, very conspicuously slain by a serpent, highly suspected. Uh, Hera, suspect number one. Too bad she's the queen has diplomatic immunity. But in the end, Thalia decided, after delving into the underworld to retrieve her little sister, with Katara realizing that she is in a place of paradise, a place where she might not be able to go again, being sort of woman in Athens and not really allowed to excel in the world and accomplish great enough things to go to Elysium. It might be best to allow natural course of life and death to continue. And maybe Katara getting a little bit of a nod from Hades in the background for her good works. And then Thalia was like, I need to take out my anger on something. Let's go to Pella and kill the king. And everyone was like, fuck yeah. So here we are, everyone. You find yourselves in Pella at the seat of Macedonian rule. This is the center of Titan corruption in Greece, and you're here to stop it. Kalagometh and you all have gone into a great battle, in which Kalagometh here in these mid moments of the battle got the new health bar, the Latin music began, and called down meteorites from Earth to smash into all of you. The dragon roars, and as you all recover yourselves from these explosive atmospheric blows, you are also going to notice, as you sort of like in the aftermath, there's going to be these sounds as on their turn, these strange leopard looking metal constructs are going to sort of appear around you, surrounding you, imitating the sound of a true predator, but made of metal and plating and black as night. More corrupt monsters and creations of Kalagometh, perhaps in preparation of this battle. But that brings us to the top of initiative. Yes, son of Hermes, god of nothing yet, but soon. What do you do?
Uh, let's see. I think I'm gonna kind of move back under the awning cover there.
Okay.
I think I'm down at ground level, aren't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
down at ground level.
And kind of slip behind one of the pillars and
I will.
use a bonus action to hide.
I'll just let you know that these two guys are here. So the locations of these bestial creatures, there's two
Oh,
here. There's one in either garden, and one in the
oh.
back.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna go deal with one of these little beastie things that are down there.
Hell yeah. Down there, you want the garden ones? Maybe?
Nah, I'll go in and take the one under the canopy to the right.
Understood. All right, you fly in with your Gyasi-like speed. We're gonna call that. Yep, we'll call that 30 feet to get into melee. Absolutely.
And we're just gonna stab the hell out of you. Because why wouldn't I?
Fucking right, man.
Actually, first action will be I'm gonna cast Mage Hand because then I can use a bonus action to ignore the hand in your face.
Yep.
And now I'm going to appropriately stab you.
Hell yeah.
How about an AC 21?
Not enough to beat you. So you're good. Making your attack. You'll get that sneak attack for sure.
Okay.
Give me separate instances of damage, just because these guys got some.
Okay. 13 piercing, magical.
Okay. Yep.
10 cold damage.
Okay.
20,
That'll be halved.
27 piercing damage from the sneak attack.
Got it.
But we're not done yet because there's more. Because there's always freaking more.
There's always more.
Because you're also gonna get 13 points of thunder damage.
That thunder damage will be halved. Go with John.
And I only used 30 feet, so I'm going to my mage hand and I will both give him the bird.
Yeah.
And then like move over to the doorway.
Hell yeah.
I have mobility and I don't have to stay here.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say I don't even keep track of speed for you anymore, as long as you're not exceeding like 100 or something.
Yeah, well, you just hasted. It's right close to that.
Right. So you're 30, and then to get to the guy, then it's 40 to get back. So that was
80.
70 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're good. You're no problem. These guards are long since gone. They're like, well, not my situation. The King's a Dragon. I'm out. I'll take the day off. All right, that is going to bring us to Silenos, god of fellowship. You ride upon the back of your doe. What do you do?
Yeah. Sorry. So, what do I kind of see around? What enemies do I see on the ground in front of me?
All right. So there's these two guys.
Yep, up there. Yep.
The leopard-looking iron creature things. And then those guys at the back. And then, of course, there's Kalagometh right above.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I will, I'll fly to those two towards Thalia and interpose myself in the middle of them. Have an 80-foot fly speed. And on the way, I'll take a shot at each of them.
Understood.
I'll mark these guys as nemesis, so they become favorite enemy. I just kind of canvas them as I'm flying over and just mark for a shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sharpshooter. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Cool. That is going to be 20. Oh, no, I would do double damage on the piercing. So sorry. 26.
This is all piercing?
And then 6 fire.
26. 26. piercing, and then 6 fire. Fire goes through just fine.
Cool.
All right, second shot.
Yes, sir. As I do that, I'll pull my hand back. Actually, yeah, I'll just take another shot at target. Sharpshooter again.
All right.
It's gonna be a 30 a hit.
30 will hit.
Cool.
You're doing the other guy, right?
Yeah. And I'll do a hill giant strike to try and like shoot out its knee and knock it prone.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 26 piercing, 4 fire.
Very good. 30 damage. All right. You
And
blast the two of them.
then
Take decent
strength
shots.
saving throw.
And a strength saving throw. This being magical. That'll be a 17 to save.
Yeah, meets it beats it. Strength save, DC 17.
All right, manages to keep its footing.
Cool.
All right, anything else?
Bonus action. Can I just jump down to this one on the ground and unarmed strike?
Yeah, you jump down to the ground.
I
15...
can take reaction if I
yeah, you
need
use
to.
your reaction if you want.
Yeah.
Easily fall down. Go ahead and
Duck
make a
and
bonus
roll.
action strike.
Oh, so bad. 14 to hit.
14 does not hit. You punch it, and your hand goes ding as you
Yeah.
like punch solid metal.
All good. Yeah, I'll take the second punch, and I'll try and do a stunning strike on him.
All right, flurry of blows. Go for
Yeah.
it.
That'll be a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
So it'll be a stunning strike.
That's going to be a 21 to save.
Oh, meets it, beats it.
All right.
Oh, good. Yeah, that will be all.
You get damage, though.
Yep. That will be all.
Did you do damage?
Oh, sorry. My mistake. It doesn't have it here yet. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, fantastic.
And I believe it is considered magical because of my wraps, if that changes anything.
Yep, that will work just fine. Okay, excellent. Well done, Sanos. Ouroboros, god of pain. There's a dragon that needs killing up there. What are you going to do about it? Unmute.
Sorry. Last time I said that I began to float up as I received the flying from...
Yeah. You got that 60-foot fly. You want to go up there?
Yeah, and... yeah, I just want to fucking get as close as I can.
That's your 60 feet right there.
All right.
Got anything else to bump you closer, maybe? Cool. So Giassi's hasted. I think that's from you, right, Dahlia?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's from himself, but I twinned it with
Oh, right, you twinned it. Who got the other one? That was silent. Got it.
Did you use the haste potion yet?
That is true. Ouroboros, you do have a potion of speed. You want to slam that right now? Get a little extra distance?
Forgot I had that.
It gets you there.
Oh, yeah. I used the potion of speed in the Kraken fight.
Oh, okay. So it's gone.
Yeah. But what I can do, how far is Ouroboros from Kalagometh at this point?
Great question. Well, you have like a big old range, so I'd say
Like,
with
yeah,
your
15
15-foot
feet.
reach, you're 15 feet away.
I am?
Yeah.
In that case, I will stab with the spear of the higher one.
You're gonna throw it?
Yes.
Hell yeah. You go flying through the air, spear in hand. You look like Apollo himself, and then you throw it.
My computer
Whenever
is running really slow today.
Good. Whenever anyone throws the spear of the higher one, Creed starts playing immediately.
I love that band. Okay.
I like them too.
That'll be a 19 plus 14 to hit.
I think that'll hit.
All right. So the damage is going to be when I throw a weapon I'm using with two hands.
No,
Yeah.
You can't throw it with two hands, I'm afraid.
Yeah, would that be the single damage then, if it's a versatile weapon?
Yeah, you got to use the D6 when you're throwing it, unfortunately. You can't throw a spear with two hands. Or at least not well.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be 14.
You get perfect damage on the D6, as a reminder.
Yes.
Big barbarian.
Oh yeah. So that'll be 14 plus 2d8. As soon as I find my fucking d8. There it is. 14, 15, 16, 17. And then an additional 2d6. Ooh. $23. 28 damage on that one.
Ooh. The spear of the higher one lodges into the dragon, and it roars, hisses angrily. Do you have a second attack for me? Because it returns to your hand, right?
Yes. But did you say that I was within reach?
You are no, so it's 30 feet away, and you have a 15-foot reach, which means it's 15 feet away from your man.
Okay.
Yeah. You throw it again for sure, though.
Yeah, I'll throw it again.
Cool.
All right, and the first roll that I rolled, that just now came through, is a 28.
28 will do the job, my man.
All right, that'll be 14 plus 2d8. That'll be a 24.
24.
And an additional 2d6. 28.
28. Okay.
29, 30.
30 damage. Okay. Stabs in. What'd you roll on the dice really quick for your attack roll?
28 for the second one.
Roll 28 on the second one. We're gonna let it happen for now because you've already done the damage and everything, so it's too late. You stab it again. The dragon roars angrily, looking down at you and hisses. Is there a bonus action, my friend?
For my bonus action, I haven't known this dragon to use lightning and thunder damage, have I?
No, just summon meteorites, but no fire, light as far as you know.
Oh shit! Can you also add 8 damage? I forgot to add my rage damage.
Yeah, no problem. Sure, why not?
Yeah, as my bonus action, I think I will activate Gift of the Chromatic Dragon, and it's acid.
Yep.
But and now for the next minute, my weapon deals an extra 1d4 damage of the chosen type when it hits.
Okay. Very good. Man, you're powering up. You're doing like the Super Saiyan yell and you keep getting more abilities. It's great.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Takes a while. Okay. Well done, Ouroboros of Childbirth. Very cool. Very cool that.
Very painful. Yeah.
It's also worth noting that any of you who spend a lot of time in the lands of the Amazons would notice that there's a lot of young, very bald children running around in Themyscira. All women, of course. Okay, that brings us to Thalia. Thalia, ¿cómo estás?
Are those two within 40 feet of each other?
They certainly are.
Incredible. I'd like to cast Synaptic Static.
No. Okay. My least favorite spell. Okay, and wisdom save, right?
Intelligence save.
Intelligence, right. What's your DC? Might save us some time.
20.
20? They can't succeed. These are not intelligent creatures. They have what is the level of intelligence that is required for them to take effect?
2.
They fail because they cannot succeed, and they will take the full everything.
Okay, so it's 33 psychic damage.
Ouch.
And they have metal dots.
Not more boards.
Can I ask a question, Thalia?
Yeah.
Does it look like you make it look like Salanos just absolutely rung their bell?
I like that, yeah. Adding flavor, yeah, for sure.
On the clay pots where they will like paint this battle, there's a picture of Salanos like doing the Popeye wind up, and then the other one is him like doing one of this, and they're like, but then like Thalia behind it all, like doing a little like over his head magic thing. Well done. This pulse of power goes out where it's just sort of this like almost invisible wave of static that hits them in their heads, and the creatures go. And then we'll say, in consequence, Salanos, you take the opportunity to get that last attack in and boom, and ring his damn bell. Is there anything else from Thalia, the goddess of grace?
Yeah, I've got Crown of Stars up, so I'd like to throw a mote at the dragon.
So polite in the heat of battle. Go ahead and make an attack.
I might need to
How
get
far do you have to be?
closer. Yeah. It's 120 feet.
Oh, you're good. You're at the end of your range, but you're good.
Okay, sweet. A 26 to hit.
26 will hit. Roll me some damage.
24 radiant. Oh, plus 20 because of Radiant Soul. So
48.
44.
Or 44, excuse me. 44. This like they're kind of circling around your head, and this one mote sort of centers like in the center, like almost like your third eye. Then it kind of like glows intensely with this excess of godly power that flows through you, Thalia, and then flies across the battlefield. This tiny little orb hits him in the chest, and this blast of Olympian radiance just smashes the shoulder and like radiantly burns across Kalagometh. A devastating crown of stars. That's no small amount of damage. Well done. Is there anything else?
Where am I on the map right now? Okay. Am I within 60 feet of an ally? Is Silenus right there?
Yep, Silenus is right there.
Okay. Never mind, I'll stay put.
Okay, stay put. Incredible. That is going to be, I think, a legendary action from the big green meanie up top. Oh no! Say the people of Whoville. Let's see how. Just want to make sure I'm getting motivated to give me a 8. Give me your head. I want to hit you in the head. That's too far away.
Yes. Get closer.
Okay. Okay. That seems like a good idea. Perfect. Within a nice little 20-foot reach of you, Ouroboros. That is going to bring us to Katara's turn. Goddess of Secrets. What do you do?
I'd like to pepper the other little creature in the columns that Giassi did not attack with bunch Eldritch Blasts.
Got it. So I'm going to move you. I'm going to move you a little to the side. I'm going to move you 10 feet to the side so that you get a nice clean shot, okay?
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right, number 1. 29 to hit.
29 will hit.
4 plus 9 force. That one.
9 force damage. Understood.
This one. Oh, 15.
15 does not hit. Bounces off its metal shell.
29.
29 will hit.
12 force.
12 force. Okay.
Last one is 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, that'll hit.
That is 11 force damage for the last one.
Pepper it you do. These 4 bolts fly off and manage to slam mostly through its iron shell despite its tough exterior. You hit. Anything else?
Then can I fly to the roof there, and I'll just kind of float, just like hover above it?
Like so?
Yes.
All right, you have 50 feet left, so we'll say you get right there.
Perfect.
Cool. All right, that'll bring us to legendary action. Really quick, don't worry, it won't take long. As it flies down you, Ouroboros, its massive tail is going to come out from under it to try and smack you with it. That will be a natural 20.
Oh.
Me or Ouroboros?
Ouroboros, not you. Don't worry.
Great, thanks.
You're okay. You're okay. You're the devil's favorite child. She won't hurt you.
Yes.
How far away is Ouroboros from me?
Let me just write all this down before I forget. Ouroboros is. Wait, are you, Birdie? There you are. I'd say 95 feet away.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Can't help you, man. Sorry.
Ouroboros, you're going to take 31 reduced to 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15.
As the tail slams into your head and just pisses you off more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even earns you a pain point. But probably not with a I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. Okay, Alicia, it is indeed truly your turn now. What would you like to do?
Okay. Okay, I've been hoping to do this for a while now, ever since I started playing as a druid.
All right.
And be welcome to call foul on this, Ryan.
I will. It is.
But given all what we did over the break, or a 6-month break, may I use shape change to turn into an adult silver dragon?
Aha! You have indeed met an adult silver dragon. Yes, you can if you wish to.
I take my staff, I place it down, and I put it on the ground, and I focus, and I begin morphing into an adult a massive silver scaled beast.
All right. You are a giant eagle, and your eagle form sort of like.
Oh no, I was knocked out of my eagle form.
I don't believe so. You're still an eagle on the board.
No, I got knocked out. It was the meteors that hit me.
Oh, the meteor knocked you out of the form. Okay, gotcha. So as you stand back up, you tap your staff on the ground and indeed become a silver dragon. You recall in your talks with this dragon woman, her love for humanity, her want to protect and guide them, and is there a better form to take in this moment than a silver dragon?
Exactly. And I'm going to fly up and launch myself at Kalagometh.
Fucking right, man. You got 80 feet, right?
Yep, 80 feet.
Oh, shit. We love a good dragon battle, baby. All right, you're going to get to here, my friends.
Okay, interesting. So of my action, can I aim at Kalagometh?
Is shape change not an action?
Oh no, it is an action. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, you got a bonus action.
Bonus action.
I don't believe dragons have bonus actions.
Yeah, let me check. Hang on. You're right. I do not have a bonus action. I'm good. I'm tapped out. I just roar at her. I roared an insult and dragon at her.
Got it. The dragon roars back at this. Is going to very carefully travel along your range, Ouroboros, as it is 20 feet away from you. It's going to fly to about here, 20, we'll say 30 feet to here. Sort of beat back, and as she's like falling, her wings catch her at the bottom, and then as she like flaps to steady herself, rears back her head, and it's going to breathe poison on the two of you. I need, you know what? Maybe that wasn't the way to go. There's the old Hecate girl over there. What, me? Little old me?
Ryan, just to remind you, it's been 2 weeks. I gave everyone Heroes Feast.
Oh, okay. Yep. As a reminder, everyone's got Heroes Feast available. I believe
it's
all those boons were typed into the Roll20.
Kalagometh doesn't know that.
Yeah, Kalagometh doesn't know that. It's true.
Exactly.
But she would move into the position regardless. That would ruin the most people's days, and she is smart enough to know which direction that would go. So I'm only doing this for canonical sense making. Okay, she's gonna stay in her original position. She's not gonna catch you there as well. Hecate girl. So she flies to here, pours green poison over you
That's
two,
what she
Ouroboros
calls
and Alicia, and sees you unaffected, snarls, and is going to fall back 30. She's going to fall back 50 feet. That'll be Kalagometh's turn, bringing us to the monsters. Okay. How far are you off the ground, Thalia? Only 10 feet? Perfect. They're like, my mind might be muddled, but oh fuck, my mind's muddled. And then he runs in. And he's going to only be able to make it 40 feet. I don't think we're going to catch up with you, Thalian. So instead, we're going to pick on silence. This one, however, as this one's running over, this one is going to point its head up at you, Thalia, and sort of, and then this wave of like horrible thunderous sound is going to emanate from it. I am going to need a con save from Thalia and Silenos. And the doe.
Yeah, 28.
Holy moly.
My doe got a 7. How does that do?
We'll see if your goat's around in a minute here.
And then for Silenos, he makes it at advantage because of Guardian of Nature right now.
Very cool.
That would be a 26 to hit. Also, that would be a good point. Within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain.
Okay,
From Guardian of Nature, that would be a part of it.
So let me pull this guy back, and we'll do everything in one moment at a time.
Sorry about that. I just
no, don't be sorry. It's a good point. Over anything. Yeah. It's a great point. You two are both going to take 12 thunder damage, but bear through the rest of what's going to happen. Your doe is going to take 24 thunder damage and be stunned. Is your doe still around?
TBH, I don't think there's a way that he could have passed the meteors.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna say the doe is.
But I was already there. Or no.
It's fine.
But I am pretty fast with haste. Like I would have been able to catch it on foot.
You're good. We'll say as the meteor's coming down, the doe's like running through, and then it like bucked you off at the last moment. You guys had a whole like Nickelback hero moment as the meteor like hit the doe.
Okay, cool. No problem. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't even realize that. But anyway, yeah. So he's dead.
Cool. Yeah, totally cool. Okay, so you guys both passed. Roll me a con save, Sanos, to maintain the Guardians of Nature.
$24.
You're good. It's a 15-foot radius of difficult terrain.
Yep. It's like kind of black tentacles of like dark, just kind of stretching out, and then I think like kind of some like vines, kind of like Artemis. Yeah.
All right. It's only able to get to here, which is not within its melee reach of you, so it's going to do the same thing. It's going to shoot that stunning roar up to the two of you. I need another round of con saves, please and thank you.
26 out of 10.
Oof, you're good.
20.
20, you're good as well. You're both going to take 14 points of thunder damage each, and that's it. Okay, those are those two guys at the back. Let's do the guys on the side. This one's like, oh man, I was going to go attack the bird, but it flew fuck away. It sounds exactly like that. They're on the side. This one's going to go tearing off 80 feet in this direction towards you, Thalia. But that's going to be the end of its turn. This one is going to run over here. It's got those mad hops. So it's going to pounce over the hedges. It's got that 10, 24. Yeah, it's going to pounce over the hedges and up into the air, and is going to take a multi-attack against you, Thalia. Okay, here they come. First one is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You are going to take 13 lightning damage. As it bites down on you, it doesn't actually have teeth, but you do feel this shock go through your system. And then it's going to, like, as it was going through, it like clawed you twice and bit down. So it's going to try and make those 2 claw attacks against you now. That's cocked. That's going to be 22.
Oh,
to hit.
shield that.
Shield. You block that one, and if you block that one, you'll block the other. The 2 claws. You put your shield up as it pounces through the air. Its claws shoot through the shield and hold onto it, and it lunges its face through the shield and bites down on your shoulder. And then lands on the ground at your feet, and that will be its turn. I'll just put it down here.
Sorry, Ouroboros. Thalia might be our toughest marshal. That was the sickest shit I ever seen.
Thalia's, I get such murder vibes from Ouroboros this whole time. He's mad at Kalagometh. Gotta take him down. Okay, what about these beasties over here? They gotta do something. Well, you guys are way too high up in the sky, so I think we're going after that Gyasi fellow over there. A prime target for eating. Not that we need to eat. That girl shot me. But she's gone. Okay, Gyasi, you're a popular man. You ready?
Go for it.
All right, 27 to hit on the bite.
That'll hit.
20 lightning damage. Second bite attack. Natural 20. That's going to be 40.
I'm going to spend my reaction, and I'm pretty certain that I have it. Wait a minute, maybe I don't. I thought that I had it. Nope, never mind. I don't. I am confabulating with other people.
Fair enough, fair enough. You guys are so in sync that you don't see, you have the same spells. That's going to be 40 lightning damage on the nat 20. That was a perfect roll on the nat 20. Jesus. All right, here comes 4 claw attacks. That's another natural 20. That's going to be, let's see here. That's 32 points of slashing damage. Next claw attack is a 27 to hit for 12 slashing. Next one is 20 to hit.
That'll miss.
That'll miss. And the last one is a 28 for 13 slashing damage. Are you concentrating on it?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to need a couple con saves here. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 con saves, please and thank you.
And we can stop after the first one because I rolled a 1.
Got it. Haste is down, I believe, for you and who was your haste friend? Silenos. Suddenly in this moment, Silenos, you're like, you're like Bruce Leeing out there, and then you just kind of, you realize you didn't need enough protein before this fight, and you're a little shaky. All right, Gyasi, unfortunately, you are reaping the side effects of your haste. That will be your turn. Silenos, you are reaping the side effects of haste. That will be your turn. Ouroboros, what do you do, my friend?
I wasn't expecting my turn to come back so quick. How far is Kalagometh from me?
Not far enough. Let's see here. You can get in melee range if you want. You want 60 feet closer?
Yes.
All right, 60 feet gets you to here, which means you are Oh, I lost track of the 3D. Hang on a
God
second.
damn it.
No, you're good. You're good. I just needed a little adjust. Yeah, you're good. Hang on. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure you're good. Oh, wow, that's a little big. Whoa, little more. I'm going to call that 15. Yeah, you're in melee range, just at the edge, but you are.
Okay. As he flies closer, he's gonna change his facial expression to that of disappointment. And he's gonna say with a very low tone, "You will stand and face this bitch." And then he'll grab her.
Oh, all right. Make her an athletics check at advantage because you are so very angry.
Mm-hmm.
She rolled a natural 20. It's going to be 28 is your contest.
With the 3 pain points, that'll be a 29 for me.
29. Okay. Give me a second. Something's about to happen.
I know what he's doing.
Yeah, we got to use it. As you grab on to her, you're gonna see the Ouroboros ring on her great finger sort of lace around as it did on yours. She is going to push your dice number forward. What did you roll on your dice specifically?
Let me tell you. I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9 on the dice. That was your high dice.
Yes, my high dice.
Damn, dude. She pushes it forward 8 points, hoping that it would
Stupid
flood
bitch.
back down to the bottom. Ouroboros is pissed. She tries
Ouroboros
to push
has
it
to say
forward.
that to her.
Yeah, I guess so. So
Oh yeah,
she
he definitely does in character.
tries to use the hand, or tries to use the ring, and your grip just like tightens around her leg, and like you feel like small fractures in her dragon bone as it just makes you. She accidentally just makes you stronger in this moment, and roars in pain. And it's your ring. She doesn't know how to use it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you got her. She's grappled.
Yep. And
I will say I've gotten enough feedback for it that I think I'm going to put it through. I'm meaning to say at the start of sessions, I will be putting forward our new homebrew rule that if you have someone grappled, you and your allies will have advantage against that creature. So, in this moment, Ouroboros, you now have advantage against Kalagometh.
Excellent. Yeah. Which is nice because I figured out that overpowering strikes only works when I have advantage for the maximum damage. So in this moment, I would like to. Would you say I would be able to attack everywhere on her body right now?
Yeah, you grabbed her. I'm sure you can like pull her into your punch or whatever. So yeah.
Oh, excellent. Can I try to cut off her hand?
Cut off her hand with a spear?
Yeah. Swing.
You could certainly
Or stab
try.
through it to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could certainly try. Go make me an attack roll. I'll give you the advantage.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20. That'll be 25 to hit.
25 will hit. You like grab on. We'll say that you like. She like rears back and you like grab onto her wrist, almost break her wrist, and then like take the spear and like go to lance it like right into her forearm where all of the grabbing tendons are. Go ahead and make me a damage roll.
You've got it, good sir. That'll be 14 plus 2d8. Terrible rolls. That'll be 27 damage.
27 damage. You
28,
stab the
29, 30, 31.
31 damage. You stab her in the wrist. Your spear doesn't go all the way through. It stops pretty suddenly after a certain point. Dragon bone is strong. It is dense. And you have you like jam it through, and she and her hand sort of like twitches painfully, and blood dribbles down. Your spear doesn't run all the way through, but you harm her pretty bad.
Excellent. With my bonus action, could I please?
I think you got a second attack. Oh no, you grappled. Never mind. Bonus action.
Actually, no, I didn't say it. I won't do it. For my bonus action, I don't think I can do much. Yeah, I will. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That is going to bring us to a legendary action. The dragon is going to swing her tail at you again because she can't. A little desperate, can't do much else in this moment. That is not probably going to hit with an 18.
No, it will not.
No, it will not. All right, that brings us to you, Thalia. Thalia, Ouroboros is just bullying this dragon. What do you do?
I would like to cast Chain Lightning on as many of those creatures as I can. Yeah.
You get 3 plus the original target, so that will hit all of them.
Sweet, incredible. So that's a Dex 20.
All right, Dex 20. Let's see how we do. This one would pass, but Muddled Thoughts keeps it from passing. That one is going to pass. That one.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so
It's all
sorry.
good. You're good.
I'm gonna leave the call. Bye.
What's your DC?
Haze yourself.
It's 20.
20. This one will save, and the last one's definitely gonna fail. So 2 successes, 2 failures.
Okay. So it's 36 lightning damage.
Oh shit. 36. 36. 18. And 18. They get to save on, or attempt to save on, synaptic static at the end of their turns, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But they minus,
they can't.
I think,
they can't.
the D6 or whatever.
They just can't because they're not smart enough to succeed. So this is basically permanent until you lose concentration, I think, or is it just like a lasting? Oh, so they're fucked. They're just fucked.
I think it lasts a minute.
So they're fucked for 1 minute. Understood. Okay, well done, Thalia. So Thalia, because it's Greek mythology, it's got to be the flavor. Thalia, you cast enough magic, and you know when you use, I think in this world, when you use evocation magic, it's less like you're producing it from your body, but especially elemental magic, it's more like you're calling on the gods to grant you this power, and depending on how much magic you flow through it is how much favor you get in that moment. And in this moment, you cast magic up into the air towards Zeus, and he sends a bolt of lightning toward your hand, and you whoosh, throw it down at one of the defenders, and it shoots around, and all the creatures sort of startle and shift and shake their bodies. Ouch, that hurt. But they do have lightning resistance. So it was 36 damage?
I think so. I don't remember.
All right.
Yeah, it was 36.
You did plus 18, I think, for the last one.
Yeah, I did these guys over here. They did 36. So that goes in. That becomes 18. That becomes 18. So they're gonna get. I just forgot to deal with the resistance because I was so excited for you. Half of 18 is 9. So these guys will get 9 back. Okay. Well done, Thalia. Is there a bonus action or movement from you?
Yeah, I would like to move up maybe 10 feet and then throw another mote at Kalagometh.
Got it. I will also note, Thalia, you can clearly see Yasi like at the temple door, just like pinned against the door, and these two creatures just savaging into him. I know you're the healer support person, so I wanted to give you that reminder.
Yeah.
You don't have to, just remind yourself. You want to put the moat in the Kalagometh?
Yeah.
All right, make me an attack. See it.
22.
Hell yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. So that's
Give me a million damage again, please.
Oh, it's pretty good damage. It's 37 radiant plus 20 more radiant, so 57.
Fuck me, 57 on a bonus action. Another one blasts into her and she roars in anger. Just being torrented with this like pure Olympian energy. This much comes from your soul and your heart and your very divine being, Thalia, and you blast the dragon. Incredible. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
God, Thalia, the god of grace, is like, Zeus, could I very well please get a lightning bolt? It's very kind, very proper, even on the battlefield. All right. That is going to be another legendary action. Kalagometh, you're just going to keep dealing those tails attacks to you, Ouroboros. It's getting a little desperate. That's cocked. And that is going to miss with a 17. She's like slamming in the side of the head. You're just nothing. You're just like so angry, apparently. It's scaring me a little bit. Katara, it's your turn.
How far away am I from the center of those 4 creatures right there? Right? Dead smack in the center.
I'll call it, let's say 150, 145.
Great. I will fly 30 feet forward towards the cluster there.
All right, 30 feet closer.
I would like to cast Hypnotic Static in the center. Sorry, Thanos. Right there.
Yeah, so you're now at like, we'll call it 110.
Yeah.
Okay, Synaptic Static.
Yeah, I can get closer if I need to, but it's 120, I think.
All right, that's a 15-foot radius, 20-foot radius?
20.
Yeah, you get him. Okay, I need an intelligence saving throw from Silenos and all 4 beasties. 2 of them will have a minus d6.
Ooh, guys, I'm a lot of things. I'm really not intelligent.
Sorry.
What's your DC?
19.
Oh yeah. I forgot they can't succeed.
Yeah, I rolled pretty great and I still failed.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I'll be
bond.
good. I'll be good. Oh, emboldening bond.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's true. That's true. A D8. That'll might push me over. That pushes me over. 16 plus 8.
So, Katara, you cast this. Silenos is like being worn down. And then like the sort of golden graceful light of Thalia sort of empowers you, Silenos, and you kind of push
I just
back
like
the
hear her
effect.
voice in my head. It's just no, it's
yeah,
okay.
like full
It's okay.
like Aerith to Cloud situation. And then as this happens and all of the predator creatures are like hurt, they like see you do the Silenos, and they all 4 of them kind of like look up at Kalagometh like, what the fuck, kind of basically. Kalagometh's like, shut up and just keep fighting. Is there anything else? What was the damage? What's the damage?
They will take 28 damage each, and then Silenos, you're gonna take 14. Sorry.
No worries. What type of damage?
Psychic.
Psychic. Okay. 14.
Professor X damage.
Ooh.
Psychotic damage. Yay!
Now they're all have muddled thoughts.
Congratulations! You've developed depression.
Trauma.
No. Okay, Qatar. Is there anything else?
I'm just gonna. How I feel like I'm pretty close to Kalagometh now. Can I just go 30 feet more towards the left? Like I just want to be out of like the cluster range. Nope. I meant right.
All right, there we go. How's that?
I know my left and my right, guys. Yeah, that's great.
Got it. All right, last legendary action, Ouroboros. She's gonna try and slap you again. Fucking hell, she's just 18. You've just like got her, like it's full like you've got like her in a hockey grab or like they can't punch over the shoulder, so she's like trying to hit you over here, but it's just like hitting the back of your shoulder where your meat's toughest, and it's not getting you. All right, Alicia, the Silver Dragon. What do you do?
Okay, how far am I away from Kalagometh?
Thank you, honey. I love
Let's
you.
see here. It's gonna be. We're gonna call that 105 feet is your base.
I can only go 180, but can I go 180 closer, but kind of towards the left, like yeah, pull out like 180 try left. I want to try something.
Use your cardinal
180?
directions at the bottom left, son.
Oh, cardinal directions. Okay, east and northeast.
Okay, east and northeast. You're using 80 feet, right?
Yeah, 80 feet.
All right, so you want to do like one of these, like pretty much equine, right?
Yeah, straight.
Got it. Okay. There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm trying to get him out of Ouroboros out of range. And I'm gonna use my action, my breath weapon.
All right.
I'm gonna
Yeah, so Ouroboros, you've like got the dragon, and you're like crushing her leg and like spearing her. The bolt of radiant energy hits it, distracting. You hear like the dragon getting closer, and you kind of like see that, and you kind of like you've already got your spear like lodged in her arm, and you kind of just like force her to the left to just basically like slam her into Alicia's breath. Just sort of synergy in that moment. We need a con save, yeah?
20 con save.
That's a natural 1.
Oh yeah.
How many charges on the rain do we get? It's once a day, right? Yeah, it's once a day. So she's failing. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Nice. Okay, it's gonna be. Okay, hang on. 60 damage, cold damage.
Like zoink Scoob. She is very, very hurt. Very, very hurt. Still alive, but pretty dang hurt. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Oh no. Oh no. That's all I'm gonna do and mock her in Draconic.
Got it. You mock her in Draconic.
I call her a dumb bitch.
Great. Love that for you. Incredible. That's gonna bring us to her turn. She's going to what's she gonna do? She's gonna do. Man, we can only do one of these. The dragon. Who's more? We can only do one of these. We can do one of these. Let's see if that breath weapon comes back. Not that it matters. She's not gonna use that again. I think she's going to try and slither free of your grasp, Ouroboros. I think that's going to be. That's kind of dumb, but we're gonna try. No, she's going to. Yeah, she's gonna try and like desperately like yank herself free of your grasp. She's a mighty dragon and prideful for it. So we're gonna do that. Go ahead and make me an athletics check at advantage.
I shall.
Thank you. It's very yummy.
Such a good husband.
What do you get, Orboros?
A 29.
Fuck me, not even close. She's like trying to yank her arm free in this moment. It's just not working. She is going to. We got some stuff down here. Hang on. We're getting a little bit worried. She is anyway. Ooh, it's too bad we've already used our action. That would have been very helpful. She is going to use her action to cast a spell.
From what?
Am I
What do you mean
close
from
enough
what?
to counter spell?
She wiggles her fingers. You want to counter spell?
I'm
She is 80
120.
feet away. You want to distance that?
Yeah, can I?
Yes, you can. As she attempts to cast Misty Step to free herself from Ouroboros' grasp, it
Yeah.
fizzles out.
Stay put, bitch. That's right.
I love that.
As
It's... Sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
No, I was just gonna say I love that every person that has had a turn against Kalagometh has said some variation of the word bitch. Like every time.
Yeah. At some point, Kalagometh's like, okay, let's cool it with the bitch comments. All right. Like, I know we're at mortal enemies or whatever, but come on.
It's getting a little charged in here.
It's like, this is getting, come on. Like, let's take it easy. In this moment, she's like, tries to yank herself free, but then goes to cast the spell and forgot about Thalia and is blocked. And then she kind of like, sort of like sees you pulling the spear back out of her arm, and she kind of is like, and then it all sort of becomes desperation, fear in that moment as she's sort of run out of tools in her toolbox to get her out of this situation. That's going to bring us to her creatures, who are going to attack once more. These two beasties are just going to jump up into the air at you, Thalia. We're going to start with this one. It's going to jump up and try and do all the bites and claws and such, but we'll have a minus d6. Oh, let's just do this over here. It's faster. Okay, here comes a bite. Misses, because that's 12. It reaches up and like snaps, fully missing. Claw attack. 16 misses as well. Swipe and misses. Another claw attack. Wow, that one rolled like shit. It misses all of them. It just like throws itself into the air and is like too muddled and kind of like flips backwards on itself and just like fully misses you. The other one's going to jump in the air, try the same thing. There we go. That's going to be 20 to hit, modified.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, you're going to take 13 lightning damage. Next attack is 18 to hit.
That does not hit.
That does not hit. Last one. That's going to be modified 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
18 slashing damage. You get clawed across the back, like definitely like Padme style in Clone Wars. And suddenly your whole outfit like reorganizes to like look hotter.
Into a
Because you're
halter
the God of
top.
Grace. Yeah, exactly. Like perfectly is stripped into like a crop top. And that's those two dudes. These ones are going to continue to bully Silenos the Slayer down here. All right, here they come, Silenos. Boy, that's going to be 21 to hit.
Beats it.
That's going to be 23 lightning damage.
Absorb elements.
All right, that'll be 11 lightning damage instead, and you'll have a little extra juice on your next attack.
Cool.
Next bite attack from the other one is going to be 28 to hit.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be 25, but you cast Absorb Elements, so that'll be reduced to, of course, going to be 12 lightning damage. Claw attacks coming in hot. They are flanking, so, and then that's going to be 25 to hit for 18 slashing. That is going to be 25 for 17 slashing.
Yep.
That's going to be 24 for 15 slashing. And finally, that is going to be 19 for 14 slashing.
19 misses.
Okay, there you go. So they berate you and attack you from all sides, but you manage to evade one or two of those attacks. Very good. Last person we need to come to is yourself, Gyasi, over by the door. They're gonna your back's against the door. And they're a little too big to fit into either side, so there's gonna be no flank, but they're still gonna attack you.
Are those all with the D6 too? Damn.
Yeah, those are all with the D6. Okay, here we go. Bite number 1, 23 to hit. You're muted, by the way. There you go.
That hits.
Hits. That's going to be 20 lightning damage. Don't have to roll the d6. Next bite. Or I'll do one at a time. Claw attack. 29 to hit for 14 slashing. 31 for 14 slashing. Next one coming in with a bite at 18 to hit.
Miss.
Miss for no damage because it missed. 23 to hit for 17 slashing. And last attack is 29 for 18 slashing. All right, you push yourself up against this door, and these two creatures jump on top of you and just start savaging, clawing, just trying to tear your godly form apart, biting, shooting you with lightning. It is a savage attack that you endure in this moment, but survive it. Well done. Kalagometh will take a legendary action in her deep desperation. She's gonna try and tail attack you again, Ouroboros, because that's been working so well for her. It's her fucking only move. Oh no, wait. That's a good point. She's got other tricks up her sleeve. She is gonna try and do a wing attack. Her wings billow back and just push out at a torrential amount of air. I need a dexterity saving throw from just yourself, Ouroboros. You'll have an advantage because of danger sense.
And holding on to her?
Nope. Well, it doesn't matter. You have an advantage because of danger sense.
That will be a 20 to save.
I'm gonna check something really quick.
You have Emboldening Bond too.
I do. $25 to save.
25. You were going to be blown back, but you sort of know that you have Alicia at your shoulder and Katara at your right, and your friends being there, surrounded by this love and companionship. You managed to hold on, and despite the great winds, you hold fast, and you are only going to take no damage. So that's great. But she like tries to push herself back, and you're like, ugh, and you like yank her back in, but she's like fucking bird trying to get away, and you're just like yanking her back. That will bring us to you, Gyasi.
Okay. Well, one of these two bozos I've hit before, and
Yes, you
I'm going to hit now.
All right, go for it.
What does exhaustion give you?
And will miss. But
yeah,
I have more than one attack per action, so I will try to hit it again.
Was your mate? You're not doing the advantage with your mage hand?
No, I've got other plans for my bonus action. Actually, no, I have 2 attacks per action.
Right. Okay, yeah, your 30 hits. Don't know if you've got sneak attack or not. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Okay.
So 9 piercing and 5 cold.
9 piercing. Goes through just fine. 2 cold. Seems resistant. All right.
Bonus action. I don't want to be standing here anymore, so I'm just gonna vanish and go 30 feet. Why don't we go east 30 feet?
Yeah, sure. East 30 feet. You just kind of put yourself over there to where you can see.
Yep.
There you
And
are.
then I'm going to use my move, which is 40, and I'm going to move another 40 feet in that same direction.
Understood. You're getting out of dodge.
Yep.
All right, full tilt.
And
All right, you got anything else?
No, that's pretty much the whole kit and caboodle.
Fair enough. Last legendary action, tail attack. The creature, the dragon is desperate. That is going to be. Come on. What do you got? That's going to be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
You seem concerned. That'll be 10 damage because you are raging. It's just like a wild, desperate, fearful animal relying entirely on instinct to escape in this moment. Silenos, you are quite surrounded. What do you do?
Yes, sir. Blind sight, 300 feet. Is Ouroboros, am I hearing him get his shit rocked? Like, does he sound like he's really bad?
No. In fact,
cool.
You're seeing quite the opposite. You see this dragon is like trying to get away, but he's got her held, stabbing her arm, like throwing her into like the breath weapon of Alicia, and it's like battering him with the tail, but he seems completely out.
Okay, yeah, I just saw a lot of attacks. I just didn't know if they're actually going through like that.
Yeah, a lot of them aren't connecting, and what are just aren't really phasing them.
No problem. Silenos is gonna do kind of like a breath, kind of as he regained his breath after losing haste. He'll think back to being a ranger, and he'll do bonus action Zephyr Strike, and just kind of with monk speed, just like run away, or not away, but flank like towards the garden.
Which garden, left or right?
Right on my screen, like maybe towards that mound there.
Got it. So you want to do like a 30-foot over here?
Yeah.
Beauty.
Yeah, and then as I do that, I will take some shots at these creatures as I'm passing them.
Got it. Is your Guardians of Nature still up?
No.
After all those attacks?
No. I could have rolled for it, but I really don't think it would have been.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll take some shots at these guys as I run by, just kind of like jumping through and leaping and.
Got it. Go for it.
Cool. Ooh, that's gonna be. Can I put Emboldening Bond to hit or no?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can.
Cool. That's gonna be a 22 to hit because of the Emboldening Bond.
Sweet. Which one are you aiming for? There's 4 of them.
The one in the very back there that the highlighted, you just had highlighted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll leap, and as I leap, I'll just let off a shot, and because I did that Zephyr Strike, I kind of pull it back farther, and there's a lot more force behind it.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be. Roll that because I have piercer feet. Oh, and I got the same thing.
All right.
27. So that'll be 27 piercing.
Okay.
And 3 force 2 fire.
All right, fire goes through just fine. All right, it's pretty heavily bloody, but these things were were built to kill demigods, and they're still going.
No problem. Yeah, I'll take another shot at it. Cool.
All right, go for it.
Again, sharpshooter. Like 29 hit.
Oh yeah.
I'll do a hill giant strike, try and knock him prone. Strength save.
That's gonna be 19 to save.
Saves.
With the snapping staff.
No problem. That's
how much
gonna
damage?
Be, sorry, I was just finishing. That's gonna be 31.
31. Excellent. All right, you take these 2 shots. It's pretty heavily bloody at this point. This creature is like twitching and like hard done by to still be working. Damn, good job, Salanos. Is there anything else?
I have like 40 feet of, or actually 50 feet of movement speed anyways. Could I like go up to that little like kind of tree thing that's behind us?
A little tree thing behind you.
Or, oh shit, that's a dragon upside down. Never mind.
Yeah, these are dragons.
That's okay.
so
I'll just go on top of this flaming mound. I'll take a little bit of fire
The
damage.
meteor?
Yeah, you jump on top of the meteor. You are going to take... you take 10 points of fire damage. But something's gonna happen as you step onto the top of that mound of Silenos. That fire sort of like scorches you, and kind of like emanates across you, and you find yourself like trying to pat yourself off. And as the fire's like licking up your shoulder, that fire almost seems to solidify, and you feel a big, meaty hand on your shoulder, and you have this moment of like, fuck. And you see sort of coming up from the stone, sort of cracking through the stone, emulated in fire and forming into the sort of limped, deformed figure of Hephaestus. Sort of emerges from the stone beside you. And he goes, hey, hi. How's killing the evil dragon going?
But not so good. Salanos has puncture wounds all over him. He's at quite low HP.
Yeah. Hephaestus goes, man, look at these. They're like made of metal. I gotta figure out how like she did that. Like I mean I helped him some in like the sorry. And he's going to take out his hammer and it's going to emulate in flame and he's going to hit the stone on the ground. There's going to be this sound that emulates outward. All of the magic that is keeping these construct creatures together, they're going to fall into the ground as he destroys them as magic items, because he is the god of craft. And in that moment, the dragon goes, no! Ouroboros, what do you do?
Finish her.
About how damaged is Kalagometh?
She's fucked, and she is desperate enough that she's left sort of her chest area definitely open to attack. She's looking around, seeing her deadly creations falling apart.
Tragic. In which case, feeling for her sorrowful heart, I will plunge my spear through it.
All right, make me that attack roll. You want to do recklessly?
Yes, please.
All right, you turn it around and just like, and, like go for
If
that
you're
big
still
spear.
grappling, you don't have to.
Oh, that's true. You don't have to. That's right. Getting used to my own rule.
I'm still doing it recklessly.
We'll say
Fair enough.
flavor-wise, it's very reckless.
That'll be a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll me some damage.
You got it. All right, that'll be saying 14 terrible rolls from the spear. Uh, 27 damage on that one.
How would you like to kill Kalagometh, the poisoner and murderer of Alexander the Great?
As I see her desperate, I'll plunge the spear through her chest until I feel the crack, and then further, until it's all the way out the back. And when she's gasping, I'm gonna pull her close, grabbing this side of the spear and the other side.
Oh no.
Bringing her. You have killed so many. You killed Alexander. You killed me. And the difference between your death and mine is that no one will care after you're gone. In which case he'll take the backside of the spear, throw her like down, and then he'll drop his fly speed, and then he'll just drop straight to the ground.
God damn, that's it. Didn't say finisher. Yeah, so you've got her like by the arm. She's like trying to pull her arm away. She's going, no, and then you've got her rib is all exposed, and you just shove the spear right into the rib cage, through the ribs, and like lance and like pull to like just keep driving it deeper. Nobody, well, say you can see it, Katara, out the back where the spear is being like lanced through her like lungs and heart and everything. There's like a golden glow underneath her scales, and then they sort of shatter as the tip of the spear shoots out the back, and she heads like reared back, sort of rolls about as like blood pours out of her mouth. And Ouroboros, you whisper this thing in her ear that only you two hear, and she kind of and begins to like, her wings go limp, and as she falls, you go limp, and just kind of like Agent Smith riding Neo down to the ground. You just ride her to the ground. The ground shatters under the weight of dragon bones, scale, blood, flesh, and the god of pain. Slam into the ground like a fifth crater sent from the meteorites above. And Kalagometh the Poisoner, in all of her tyranny, corruption, and murder.
I almost want to tell y'all.
Dragon Slayer.
I almost want to tell Thalia to heal her to 1 HP so I could beat her again and again and again. But I don't want to drain your spell slots.
All right, you stand atop it, pull the spear, pull the higher one, bring it to your side. The creature's lay defeated. Hephaestus is already like throwing one over his shoulder, like really happy, not really noticing like the glory. Is not that kind of guy. But all of you like watch this momentous moment as Ouroboros brings Kalagometh to her defeat, her apt and final defeat.
And I'll reach down to her mangled arm, and I will break off a finger that houses the Ouroboros ring, and I'll put it on.
Got it. You take this big ring off. It is bigger than your finger. She was larger than you. But as you place it on your finger, it changes its shape and wraps around yours, and sort of like does that single snake-like rotation around your finger to return to its like original position, back in its true owner's hands. He says, I want like a cool victory music here for a moment. Yeah. Okay. Well done. Well done. Well done. Does anybody want to do anything here in the aftermath of victory? I'm going to say as they are defeated, maybe slowly after like 5 minutes of post-victory, servants and soldiers who our servants and soldiers, man. Like, this was a god versus, like, dragon archmage battle. They just, like, they couldn't have helped. They could have only died. That would have been their skill. And they sort of come out to see this grand Olympian victory, and, like, just sort of come out from, like, the outskirts of the palace, from inside the palace, and just sort of, like, drop their shields and spears and stuff and fall prostrate before all of you.
I get up on my back, on my draconic back legs, rear up into the air, and just roar in victory.
They're
gonna make them shit themselves.
Yeah, they're like, holy fuck. But no, they you kick ass, and you let them know about it.
I'll look over to. Is there like a ranking member amongst them?
You see amongst them there are a number of individuals who bear the red sash that marks them as a senator.
Got it. I'll look over to them and I'll say, you need a new king.
One of the... Sorry, I'm kind of suffering to find that victory music here. What the fuck is this? This is... Anyway. You guys, yeah, he sort of stands, keeping his head low, averting his eyes so as not to offend you by looking upon your form. And he says, great gods, great heroes. Yes, Macedonia needs a new king, since ours was a liar and a betrayer. What would Zeus decree?
I'll ask him when I see him. And then he'll step away from Kalagometh's body and walk over to where they prostrate.
Okay.
And he'll say, but Zeus's judgment aside, how many of you all knew?
Interesting question. Hey, look, I want you to make an intimidation check.
A natural 20 for 26.
The ones with the wet pants, they knew.
Thank you, Kiasi.
Great king, look for the ones in the yellow pants.
Yellow or brown? They will sort of look amongst themselves and look among, you know, your reputation of the god of pain is growing, and there's fear there for that, to be certain, especially now that you're, oh my god, that's not.
Use my playlist.
You find, like, very quickly sort of argument begins to break out, where they're like you must know, you're as closest as anyone. They begin to sort of like yell at each other, and after like 2 minutes of them kind of arguing amongst themselves, 3 senators are pushed forth, and like sort of pushed forward for you by the rest of the gathered senators.
So you 3 knew.
One of them says, "Hey, I have no idea. I did not know." This is like, so I'm going to define them by certain features. This is the old senator. So this, and if you ask for their name, you'll get their name. But this is the older senator. He goes, I did not know. I do not know what anyone's talking about. There's close to King Cassander, but I did not know. There's a fat one. There's like a really like overindulgent one. Who goes, I knew. I did. I had some idea that there was so many suspicious things, but the guards. What was I supposed to do? I had no choice but to serve her evil ends. And then there is a young senator who says, "Yes, I knew. I tried to resist at first, but she threatened my family, my children. I spoke in my prayers of her, but I did not know what to do. I was alone. I thought I was alone in this knowledge. Yes, Alicia.
May I use insight to check to see which ones are telling the truth?
Sure. Whoever else wants to as well may do so as well.
I think I'm good with insight. Oh, I am.
I just, as goddess of secrets, wanted to float down beside Ouroboros in all my dark glory.
I will give you advantage for this being your domain.
31.
I was just gonna ask if I
understood.
see anything weird about them in my true sight, or like
Weird about them in your true sight.
or like passive perception wise, any way they're carrying themselves in that sense.
Not these three individuals. You sense nothing of them, but you do with your true sight see two guards at the back, and through your true sight you can see their true forms. You see that, like, in their true forms, they are these like horrific, like grafted, draconic creatures that you guys fought long ago, way a ways east of here. These sort of like dragon mutants, basically, in their true forms. But right now they look like guards, and they're kind of like off to the back.
Dude, I'm putting an arrow in his skull.
Okay, we'll say in this moment, as this intimidation's happening.
I'll say, heretic!
Oh, okay.
They're among you!
Yeah, and in this moment, Silenos, the blind god of fellowship, shoots two arrows off over the crowd. They kind of, and there's these sound and cracking walls as your arrows sort of leave large dents in the walls. And as they turn around, these two guards are like pinned to the walls, and they kind of, in their dead form, they kind of death row, and their arms kind of like swell green, half draconic. The other one, their head sort of like cracks and shapes into this like long draconic maw, but they like lay dead, pinned against the wall through their hearts.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh! Sort of.
As Salanos does this, he'll just say, "You have stood idle for long enough. We shall clean Greece. No longer shall forces operate unchecked. For Olympus!" Yeah.
Hell yeah. So you're doing this. They're all scared shitless. Yes, I want to get to you, Vyasi. You're absolutely coming up. I just need to get these checks in. A lot of stuff going on. Okay, I got a 30 from Alicia. What'd you get there, Goddess of Secrets?
If I still have Emboldening Bond up, it's 25.
25, excellent. Okay, if those are my insight checks, you two will definitely gauge their behaviors. Katara, you look into their hearts and you see the older one is lying. You two know that the older one is lying. He absolutely knew. He won't look up. Like, his eyes kind of darting all around in a sort of paranoid way. It's a telltale sign of a liar. But really, that guy, you get the sense that he's a worm. He's a manipulative worm. He's been playing this game for a long time, and he's clearly benefited from it by his size. The amount of food he probably eats, the amount of wealth he probably has, was in no small part due to the pleasure of Kalagometh. Kalagometh was like, you've been very good. Let me feed you money and food and such, and encourage your good companionship of me. So you get the sense that he was very much a political lackey of the true Kalagometh. The young senator, he seems very genuine, scared of all of you, but genuine to his situation, and that is what you two get.
Cool.
I lean my head down and whisper into Ouroboros' ear the truth, and then look at them both all like with like a big dragony smile, like.
And of course, I'd get Katara's little. I'd tilt my head over to you, for that insight if you give it.
Oh, she'll do something else.
Oh, please.
Okay.
She would like to Misty step to behind the lying senator and just like whisper down to him, "It's not wise to lie to the goddess of secrets." And then she will cast Finger of Death.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck! All right,
I was thinking about sparing him. Shit.
Damn, you guys are crazy. Okay. Well, just roll me damage. He's not going to succeed. He's just some senator dude. He's not going to succeed.
So that would be 57. And if he dies, he's a zombie under my control now.
Holy fuck. They're getting an attitude adjustment right now. So you're whispering in her ear, in Ouroboros' ear, Alicia, and in this moment, you appear behind this. Which one are you getting? Are you getting the older one or the fat one?
The one that was that one that was like hoarding whatever.
And
then
the older one was straight up lying. The middle one was kind of telling the truth, but not.
Yeah, but clearly benefited the most. So you say, so you want to go to the liar?
Yeah, sorry. Whichever one was lying, like straight up lying, like whatever, and then but she will give a warning look to the other one. So
let me flavor that out. So Katara appears behind this older senator and leans over, says, you basically warn him about lying to you. And you guys just see like he kind of like looks terrified and kind of like looks down to his chest, and you see like, the robe is white that like covers his chest, the red sash. You see that white robe beginning to sort of like be eaten away, like moths eating away before there was no moths. And where his skin is, there's this black seed, this black dot appears that sort of courses across him like the veins and kind of like up his neck, into his mouth, into his eyes. And he like falls to the ground dead. And everyone, the God's wrath, the God's wrath. And then the senator kind of rises up, and everyone's sort of everyone's in fear of divine wrath right now. Kiasi, thank you for your patience. What do you do?
While everyone is busy here, what I remember about King Cassander is that he wore more than one ring. While everyone is focused here, I'm going to subtly cast Detect Magic, and I'm going to strip everything else that's on that body.
Okay, everything else that's on that dragon's body. Okay, we'll come back to that in a moment. I just need to gather myself for that.
Fair play. Everybody's busy. It's
I just wanted a minion, guys. It's really
hey. You gather your minions how ye may. A little spectacle goes a long way.
A little spectacle. Is that what this is?
It has everybody's attention all focused in one spot. It's perfect. I couldn't ask for a better distraction.
Okay, I am going to give you some of the items now, Yasi, because I got it pulled up finally. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. You find. Okay. You find wrapped around her neck is this fine gold chain necklace set with a fire opal. It is worth 2,500 gold pieces. That's not all. Some of her cool stuff kind of got taken out. She also has a number of rings. She has 4 more rings on of different types, each one worth 500 gold pieces. As for magic-y stuff, there might be more, but I will need to get back to you on that once the scene is complete.
That's perfectly all right.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do to these people?
Yes. So with the fat one.
Like, hang on. It's Ouroboros' turn.
Okay.
Go ahead.
with a nod after Alicia tells me what it was, I'll kind of nod to Katara, and I'll look down at the fat one, and I'll say,
Right.
the remaining of you all will cleanse this land of the Titans' corruption. And to ensure that this task is carried out to its fullest, you, and he'll kind of look at the fat one, and he'll say, you will never have excess in your life again until you completely cleanse this empire of Kalagometh and the Titans' filth. And, you know, basically that's just cursing him to not be able to eat more than to survive, I guess.
Got it. So you lay this curse upon him. Your theme being pain.
Mm-hmm.
We shall say that the curse that you lay upon him, the more wealth, the more material goods he finds in his possession, the more in pain he will endure.
Good.
So for the more gold he owns, the more pain it will bring to his life. The more food he consumes, the more indigestion. No, like genuine pain he will
I'm thinking
experience.
The more he has, the more crippled he becomes. I like that. Yeah. His back, like every time he gets more and more, like his back will just get more and more out of whack until he's a hunchback completely and unable to walk.
All right, so I will say, as you lay this curse upon him, you say, you will rid this world, this Greek world of Titan and evil, and you shall have no wealth that does not bring you pain until you do. And as you lay this upon him, he's suddenly like, so like leads over himself as his body sort of begins to twist and mangle. He kind of sort of like twists his eye, sort of like lops in his head. His spine sort of goes crook. Like some of his like bones begin to protrude in a painful way. And he's kind of, did you remember you ever saw 300, the fucked up guy? He basically comes to look like this one.
Excellent.
And all of like, everyone sort of steps back. The senators, the warriors, they're like on their knees, like just kind of like doing one of these things, like fully fully in fear, like fully afraid of divine wrath, fearing for what's next. The people in front of you and the people in the back, everyone is just like utterly a fear of the wrath of the gods, your anger in this moment. So that is the fat one. He is all like lopsided and like malformed. Now he probably will find no home to take rest in ever again until his wealth is depleted. And then there's just like the young one, the younger senator, who still has hair, and he's like on his knees. He's like fully like prostrate and like freaking out. Like he thinks like what he did to the other two guys.
Terrible shit.
Terrible war crimes.
Ouroboros will go down to medium size, drop his rage. And
hang on, I'm gonna pause you for
a minute. Okay.
Pausing. So in this moment, you've been casting judgment on these people. Thalia, as you sort of flutter on your divine wings in the background, and Ouroboros is putting this curse on this one. Katara is turning this one dead. Silenos is like actively killing people he thinks are still part of Kalagometh's faith. Alicia bearing down as a dragon, and then Gyasi looting bodies. And Thalia, you'll feel sort of like a presence, like the wind itself sort of whistles in your ear just the right way. Sends a shiver down your spine as you feel the presence of Zeus. And he'll say, "Young one, perhaps he deserves grace, Thalia." Just as the message sort of flows into your mind as you have received the judgment of Zeus.
And was anyone doing anything to that young one?
See, Ouroboros is about to approach.
I went down to medium size, and I was about to kind of kneel on the steps before him to kind of be at eye level.
Got it. I just want to give everybody a moment here. So, Ouroboros, you're beginning to walk forward. And Thal, you don't know what fucking depraved shit the God of Pain is going to do to this guy. You know Ouroboros, but, what would you do in this moment, Thal, if anything?
Yeah, if I get a message from Zeus about grace, then I would certainly feel inclined to follow that message. So I would approach Ouroboros and maybe put a hand on his shoulder and say his family was threatened and he was forced into this. I think perhaps he's learned his lesson, and she'll give him a pointed look. Do you think there's been enough pain for one day?
Perhaps there has. And with a smile, he'll nod at you and continue his walking. And he'll kind of, like I said, kind of kneel on one of the steps and be eye level with the prostrate young man.
Yeah, you step up to that top step as he's on his knees. You probably heard the interaction there as Thal, you speak on his behalf. You kneel.
Can you tell me about your family?
You see his eyes darting around. You know he fears to tell you. To mention his, to mention the names of his family to the God of Pain, it's dangerous, Nobody wants that kind of attention on their family. Yeah. But you are...
I'll sheathe my weapon. They'll be sheathed.
Well, regardless, it's not your weapons he fears. He will say, I have a daughter and a son. They're good people. I have a wife. They're good people and innocent in this, but I do not have as much as some others. I fear for their fate. If something were to happen to me, I don't want to speak against the judgment of the gods. I ask for mercy for my family. I don't know what they would do without me. I meant no harm. I had no choice in these things. If you must punish me, but please do not punish me to my death. I cannot help my family.
What is your name? Every DM's favorite question.
Kronos is like, pause.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh, wait. He goes, okay, play it, roll it.
Action.
Action. That's crazy. He's just a director. He says, I am Senator Protus.
Senator Protus.
Yes, Protus, son of Simo.
Well, Senator Protus, son of Simo, your punishment will be to live with the pain that you have caused Greece by supporting Kalagometh. You will live out your days knowing that you helped that, no point over to Kalagometh, lead the free people of Greece. And I have faith that that is enough punishment for you. And you will see Greece to a higher standard.
Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for your... Thank you. I will carry this pain. I will use it. I will use it. And he'll kind of look past to you, Thalia, and say, thank you for your mercy. Goddess, thank you. The silent spells are difficult, Your Grace.
I said, don't squander it. You've been given a gift today.
Shall not.
Go back with your brethren and keep an eye on this one. Fix Greece. End this corruption. You have been given a second chance. Do not squander it as the goddess of grace has commanded.
He will stand and look to the other senators. And will sort of step up to the steps, and they will all... He will say, perhaps, senators of Pella, while we await the omens and so on and so forth for the regency, perhaps the Senate may make one decision here and now to begin making things right. And he'll turn back around and look to the mangled, monstrous form of this one. He says, Senator Andras has lost faith with the gods, cursed by them. No longer shall he sit in the Senate, and no longer, perhaps, shall he have a place in Pella or Macedonia. I ask the Senate, is it in our will to exile him? The various senators look at each other and nod, and many hands go up. And he says, then it is within my power and the power of the Senate that you, once Senator Andras, are exiled from Macedon from here forth. And the creature sort of I'm begin to sort of like horrifically like limp away down the steps in his senator outfit, and has been cast out, been cursed by the gods and cast out of his lands. Never shall he sit in this Senate again.
And I will stand and walk back to Thalia. And I'll lay a hand on her shoulder and I'll say, I I wasn't going to hurt him.
I never know with you.
What do you take me for, a barbarian? And then he continues to walk past.
Yeah. With that, all of you great gods stand on the field. Katara with her new creature servant. Silenos, all of you sort of gathered together. You intend to return to Olympus?
Yeah, can I carry my dragon with me?
Over Kalagometh?
Yeah.
I imagine totally within your strength, you just like put her tail over your shoulder and just start kind of half casually sort of walk.
Yeah. It's a
Despite your
little
sort
bit
of
of effort.
smaller form.
It's a little bit of effort.
You
A
can
little
see
bit
the
of effort, okay.
furrows.
Yeah.
They're
It's
gonna
sort of
need
like
a brand new gardener.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, just
all that's
completely. Well, past the meteorite too. Like this place is fucked. They're gonna need some good landscaping after this. You claim your prize, your kill. Incredible.
Is Hephaestus still here, or did he bop out?
Oh, Hephaestus long since fucked off. He doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
About this whole situation, he was like, yeah.
He came
Picked
for
up
the
his-
constructs.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted.
He came for the.
I
Yeah,
wanted
he's
them to.
already
I was
probably-
like, they're beasts, right?
He's already probably back in his forge, like prying it apart, going ooh.
I say to Ouroboros, Kalagometh's corpse should make a fine addition to your home. Have it stuffed. Have you considered having it stuffed? I say this still in dragon form.
I kind of I look at Alicia in dragon form and just kind of look up as these.
I was speaking in common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the
she's
dragon.
capable of
Okay,
both.
okay. I thought it was just draconic coming out of me. I was gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly. Not knowing what the fuck.
About 12 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, kill expool. What? But yeah, he'll say,
So, before we entirely leave,
Mhm.
I'll look at Ouroboros and go, can you get them to pull their troops out of Athens? I'm thinking that would be a preferable outcome.
that's a good point. And he'll call out with thaumaturgy, like shaking the fucking torches and shit. Maybe the
Yeah.
marble, I don't know. And I could do it with a footstep. I should be able to do it with my voice. Also,
Oh, yeah, also.
make sure the Macedonian troops are taken away from Athens and sent back home. It's time they see their lands again.
They will look around at each other and say, we shall find the new king as soon as we can to set these matters right, good god of pain.
A land with no strong leader is destined to fail. Keep that in mind, senators.
They will sort of like, of course, bow. For your will is the will. For you are gods, it is your will. And you come with the word of Zeus, so he is. They're inclined to listen and to follow. It is also, of course, worth noting that your commandments you've laid upon them here, your judgments here, no lightning, no thunder. Whatever you've done here, it seems to be within the consent of Zeus. Whatever you've asked of them, whatever you told them, you seem to have the approval of the sky god.
As we're walking away, Salamis is just gonna like look into the air and like twist his bowstring in a way that shouldn't be possible and just do like a trick shot curative arrow and just kind of heal himself with his mom's magic. So the arrow will kind of like curve through the air back at him.
Just shot yourself.
Yeah, they just you shoot it up in the air and like at the beginning of the conversation, and then like now that you guys are going away, you're like, and it sinks into your chest and you heal, and everyone's like, "Ooh, wow, that's fine."
Stay on topic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but Ouroboros will say to Alicia, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with the body yet, but that is one idea. All right, everybody, let's go home.
Did Hephaestus take all the constructs?
No, just one.
Can I just like put the other ones in the portable hole?
I can see you can put one in the portable hole. These are big, and you only have so much space in there.
No, okay, I'll take one.
You're like, and then Katara's very godly of you all to start scavenging. You put the hole down, and start like, pushing it in there. You're trying to get the second one in there.
The second I saw these things, I was like, I want one as a pet.
Fair enough. You're like, I imagine like it's like, okay, we gotta go. Katara, come on! And Katara's like doing the like, I'm going to Wonderland or I'm going to Disneyland packing suitcase ad, where like she's like jumping on top of the second one, trying to get it to fit in the hole. It's only like a third of the way in. It's not going in.
Okay.
Fine. And then the zombie's like pushes it out.
And I'll like look to the zombie and I'll say, oh, okay, come on, pet. And then she'll sort of hold her hands out for everybody, including the zombie.
Goes, can I talk? Am I able to talk? Is that?
I guess, but limit it.
Oh, okay, sorry. I just want
every third word.
Oh fuck. Oh, it can understand. It can speak. It goes, never mind. And you guys, I assume there's a plane shift here somewhere in the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can plane shift us back to Olympus.
With Jagged Corpse and everything in tow. Yes, Alicia?
I shift back into human form, so it's less weird when I show up.
All right, you turn into you again, and you guys will all disperse from this earthly plane and return once more to Olympus. You know, you've done great feats down in the world. You've exacted some divine wrath. That's always fun chatter around Olympus. So as you get there, I think Ares is going to probably like be the first to see you guys, and who is like, fucking right. Like he thought that was pretty tight. You'll say, next time you intend to go somewhere and slaughter a king dragon creature, fucking ask me to come.
I hope you'll understand this is a personal vendetta, as well as one good for Olympus.
Yeah, well, kind of my thing, you know, slaughter.
Don't worry. And I'll put a hand on his shoulder or his pauldron, because I feel like he's the type of guy that sleeps in his armor. And I'll put my hand on his pauldron, and I'll say, don't worry though. Plenty of pain was dealt.
Good. I thought you were all about not letting pain happen.
Pain has its place.
Whatever. Kind of just wanders away.
Just like kicks a rock off Mount Olympus and shit.
Pretty much. Man, I wanted to kill a dragon. That's definitely the vibe you get.
Yeah.
I think Athena's like nowhere to be seen. That war god, she's like What? There was nothing tactical about that. You guys just walked up and killed her. I mean, like, good job, but I don't know.
I guess.
Good job, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of her stance on that. She's like, whatever. It didn't really involve me at any point. You know what you think? Yeah.
I'll make the offer to Ares of if Ares, if you're ever interested in fighting a dragon, if you have free time and want to fight a dragon, come looking for me. I could help with that.
You're about as stupid as you look, aren't you? You want me to come and try and kill you?
Not kill, just fight if you want to. If you're bored.
You want a friendly spar, gloves on kind of thing, huh? That's what you're like.
If that would make you if that would make your day, I'd be happy to help.
We're not allies yet. The point at Ouroboros would say, the only reason he's alive when we sparred is because there was 4 different gods there prepared to restrain you. See you around. And he'll turn and walk off with his blood cloak.
And I give him a bow, like, very well.
Yeah. We need to finish that fight one of these days.
It did finish. They had to hold me back from killing you while you were up against the wall.
Yeah, but you didn't, did you?
He'll stop, turn, goes, you want me to?
And I'll walk up to him, like, now you know that Daddy Dearest doesn't like it when gods do that sort of thing to other gods.
So we just can't help ourselves.
Indeed.
Can I walk away now or something else to say?
That fight changed my life, man. Good shit.
He doesn't respond. He just walked away. He's like, no. And he just leaves. Cool. You return to Olympus, or Boros, I imagine where do you bring that big carcass? Where do you bring
I think I will bring it before Zeus as an offering to my father.
All right. You bring him a dead dragon, and he will look down at it. He can look back at you and go, a fine killing. Good slaying. It was time that one was replaced. She defiled my domain with every step, with every breath, for far too long.
He's definitely thinking some things, but he doesn't say anything.
He says, I will claim this carcass then. One that I will keep as a reminder of what happens when one waits too long, too distracted from their domain. It's so involved with Kronos, I've forgotten about the kings, the wrong kings who have not gone punished for too long. Normally I enjoy the mortals trying to solve their own problems, but this pleases me greatly. And in exchange, warriors, I have a gift for my son.
A gift?
He is going to he's just simply going to nod, and you're going to hear this sort of like this hoarse whinny, this loud sort of hoarse whinny. As you see sort of there's the sun, and then coming out of the sun you see this galloping winged horse riding through the air, but attached to it is a beautiful golden chariot behind it. That sort of lands, and the horse rides up to you. And he says, "For you, son, a chariot worthy of a god. As long as the beast you have harnessed to it can fly, so can the chariots. I have taken into account your giant blood, which should be able to function with you at such a size as well."
Thank you, Father.
You're welcome.
I will use this gift to its fullest extent.
You'll nod. You may add Flying Chariot to your inventory. It's a rare magic item, Flying Chariot. And you also now have a Pegasus, who will be responsible for ferrying you in that chariot.
Oh shit!
Like Perseus
Or
himself.
the Uber driver.
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
Holy fuck! Well, that's cool.
All right. And he will nod to one of the four gods he keeps at his side. Kratos, the god of strength, comes over and like grabs the tail rather sort of loosely in his hand, very like nonchalantly, just sort of like walks up the steps with the dragon behind him. You said you did it with some effort, kind of dragged along with some effort. Nothing from this guy. He may as well have been pulling like a sack of like grain, and he just like drags the entire carcass up the steps and into Zeus's temple-like space up above.
Nice.
Says, Ouroboros, how have you found your time as the god of pain? I did not know if that would be the domain that suited you best. I see that you're trying, but eternity is a long time to hold. How does it suit you?
I feel that the concept of pain was a bit broad at first.
It is.
And I didn't either appreciate or understand the amount of pain in the world. I've experienced plenty, but taking that level of pain and multiplying it by every living being, it has been eye-opening for me.
Did you have it your wish to find something more specific within the domain or change it altogether? Is there something that speaks to you, Olympus? Something that you might represent better in the world of Greece?
Father, your judgment is the greatest.
I know.
Right. But you gave me this domain. And for me to change it, I feel would both show my lack of ability to succeed in this task. And I do not wish to reflect poorly on my family.
Conduct yourself well. Then do not dispense with it. Pain shall be your domain, but perhaps there might be a more specific pain that you might encompass. As you said, pain is very broad, and you have seen much of it. Maybe you might decide that the pain you wish to encompass is pain given, perhaps violent pain, perhaps emotional. It is for you to decide. Think, sons. son, about what kind of pain it is that you will bring to the world. There's one last thing before you go, Olympus.
Yes, Father.
You have always had lightning in your veins, more so than any of other my sons before me, and I would see you more capable to embrace it. I offer you a change, a way to change your divine structure, your form itself, that you might better utilize that power in a way that does not contradict your skill in battle. Would you accept this? A power of lightning that is for a warrior and not some mage. Many demigods use their power like a sorcerer might, but you are not. You are a warrior. Would you wish for this?
I would.
The Master Bolt appears within his hand, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and his eyes ignite with lightning, and lightning shoots around his arm and into your body, and you, for a moment, lightning shoots through you, and you feel all of that, like blood, that lightning blood that's sort of like coursed under your veins that needs to be very carefully focused on to be utilized. It sort of floods within you like radiation, and your veins sort of pulse outward, and all of that like dormant lightning power sort of floods through to you and becomes more residual, more powerful. So Ouroboros, you shall lose the Zeus demigod feature, but in exchange, your race shall be changed from Goliath to demigod aspect of Zeus. You shall gain some features there. You are now resistant to radiant, resistant to lightning. You have a non-magical way to fire off lightning as a bonus action. You get extra lightning damage with every strike. So go ahead and...
One moment.
Been waiting for this for 20 levels.
Okay.
You can go look at the feature and check it out.
Yeah, let me check it out.
I can be specific about what it does in just a half a moment. Here it is. Yes, so ASIs work the same. You have no common celestial, one other language. Resistance to radiant damage. Resistance to lightning damage. You can have lightning damage equal to your proficiency bonus whenever you make an attack with a weapon. As a bonus action, you can pick a point within 60 feet of you that you can see. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dex saving throw against your spell DC. A creature takes, at this level, 4d6 lightning damage. You also learn Shocking Grasp, should you ever require.
Holy shit, Ryan.
Better? A little better?
We're doing some
We'll
things.
see.
We're doing some
We'll see.
things.
Yeah, I'm doing some things behind the scenes here. I got plans.
Shit.
You feel this lightning. Now, Ouroboros, I will say aesthetically for you, as you walk here and there, like there will always be a little like residual, maybe mostly at the tips of your fingers or your hands. Your eyes will sort of almost glow lightning blue. Your aesthetic is it's subtle, but not too subtle. There's always just some kind of lightning sort of bouncing between your fingertips or around your hands or across your huge muscles, bro. So you definitely appear the son of Zeus more than ever before.
Wow. He'll just look at his new aura as best it can be described, and he'll look at his father, and he'll embrace him.
Love you, bro.
Thank you.
No,
Father.
he'll hug you and he'll say, "Have my loves."
And you will always have mine.
Good. You lead your friends well. So I tell you now, go gather them. Bring them together, let them finish what last things they do, but as the sun sets on this day, we shall meet the druids in Troy. It is time.
Very good. I'll go gather up the Demithots immediately.
He will step back, and with a howl of wind and a blast of blinding lightning, Zeus will vanish, along with his 4. No, they will stay here. They're kind of for Olympus. He will vanish away. Cool. No, they'll go with. I'll change my mind. There's sort of 4 more lightning strikes, and they all vanish as well. Let's have a break. And when we come back, we'll see what like last little errands you want to do around Olympus, and then we will have this final convening of the druids and seal this alliance so that we might end this war once and for all.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Correct. Yes.
Huzzah! Brandon. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
You lucky bastard. Holy crap.
Shit.
You're gonna take on Kronos all by yourself soon enough.
I would love nothing more than that.
I do possibly have racial swaps for other demigods around.
Possibly.
Possibly. So
Possibly. Like, so Brandon, like, wait, so it was a racial swap or like
I am a new race. I am now black. No, I'm just playing.
Is that what biracial means?
Yeah.
Is that what biracial means?
You're demigods, so now you're technically biracial.
Oh god.
Ah, shit.
I will say
I
that
didn't
as part of this, your creature type is both humanoid and celestial now. So
Holy shit.
you're at least bi creature now.
Oh shit. That changes some spell workings.
Well, to be clear, like those of you who drank the ambrosia, you are pure celestial now. Like, so forget that. So the only humanoid here is at least the rest of you are just your celestials.
If I
That's fair.
wanted to, could I not look like a satyr?
Just
Yeah,
try in
that's-
game. Give it a shot. Try it out.
No, I was just curious. Curious because before I was like Fae and humanoid. Now celestial that looks.
Oh,
Looks
no.
like the same. Yeah, you can. You're God, man. Check it out.
Ryan,
Give
you
it a
might hate this, but
What?
I don't think the ability scores are working.
Dang. It's okay.
I can modify them.
No. If there's issues, definitely tell me. I had put all of this in, and I do need to like go check it all out on the tester. But definitely tell me if there's stuff not working because I want it to work.
Okay. Yeah. As far as I can tell right now, just the ability score increases. I think it was the same deal with the Ravager class. But I modified the bonus to reflect it.
Damn, man. So did you take the demigod race or did you take the aspect of Zeus race?
The aspect of Zeus race.
Can you do me a favor and try and go and find Greek demigod? That's what the race is called. The homebrew's a little wonky.
Yeah. Demigod.
Greek demigod specifically.
Greek.
Okay, demigod.
Demigod. I don't see Greek demigod.
Yeah, this D&D Beyond's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out on my tester.
I gotta say though, I love what I'm seeing. Like it's absolutely fantastic.
Good. Yeah, I had a buddy send me all of this a while back, sent me some homebrew stuff, and I thought this was fucking terrific.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty fucking sweet.
Good.
And I am very thankful that you have tried your best to help me and my character.
Yeah, maybe it took a little long on that, so I apologize at that point.
Man.
But yeah,
Eric.
glad you're happy.
Can I just say I love deity without a profile? It's so good. I noticed that like
There's one
halfway
for
through the
that?
fight.
No, there's not.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's working for me.
Am I just
Damn, that's
stupid?
crazy. Is it because your ASI is already too high? Maybe I don't know. It's working for me in the builder.
Let me try taking strength off.
Oh
Yeah,
no, it's
it
not.
didn't change.
No, you're right. But it's like it has all of the features in there.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hey,
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
know.
look at that. That's fucking D&D Beyond.
Never fails.
Yeah, it never fails to be far too complicated.
They do always give you a way to do just a manual punch down. So yeah, like Brandon said, the worst case scenario, you go in, you just mod it right to the stat line and
Yeah,
just write in the miscellaneous. This is where it's from.
Yeah.
it'd just be so cool if when I tell it to do things in the builder, it does it. That would just be like stellar, you know?
That would be far too easy. Come on now.
Yeah, I guess not. I know. It's pretty stupid of me to ask that.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Weird question. Does a zombie have a soul, or is it just like empty?
It has. Hades might not be wicked happy about undeath. Because souls are kind of caught between worlds. They don't get to pass on.
Yep.
He keeps skeletons though.
Yeah, but they're down in the underworld.
Yeah, they're down in the underworld.
I guess.
That's okay. I'll just send him a little message. I have an idea.
Everything being equal, considering his views on crime and punishment, he may be perfectly okay with you having one bound in servitude until you're tired of it. At which point you send it on.
I have an idea for a cool curse, so I just have to get the okay from God of Death.
Yeah, he might just be like, look, you can keep him as long as you make his life fucking miserable. You know what I mean? It might be like a that situation.
I was just gonna ask. I kid you not. I want to invoke like the unbreakable vow kind of curse, so people can invoke my name, and if one of them breaks it, then they turn into a zombie for like 10 years under my control, and then I send them on, and then I can just have zombies kicking around like my palace.
Well, he might be like honestly, he might be like, look, if they're evil, they're gonna go get tormented and fucking Tartarus anyway. So like, look, as long as you make sure they're getting their shit rocked and they're having a horrible time, like it might be good.
Cool.
You know what I mean? You gotta check in.
Just a primer for Tartarus.
Yeah, it might be a good purgatory. Ooh, wouldn't that be some cool lore if like the souls of purgatory were like the souls that were used to like power undead corpses? So like whenever a necromancer, and necromancers are like Hades is like actually okay with necromancers, and when they do their thing, they're actually like taking souls and like giving them purgatory, like purgatory based torture kind of thing to
I
before they
mean,
can
the
move on.
idea of like you're stuck in like Olympus, but you can't do anything about it. You can't do whatever you want. Seems like pretty shitty. He's like, oh, look at this thing. No, go sit in the corner.
Yeah.
I just want some zombies, and as soon as I did that, I was like, oh, he's probably got a soul.
I can totally see Katara being one of those people who has just a titanic pile of rocks over here. And if I don't have anything specific for you to do, pick up the rocks from here and put them over there. Once that pile is all moved, move them back.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just make him walk down to the river and then walk back and just keep going. Every day that little bit of hope is there.
Or,
nope.
they're non-OSHA compliant construction workers. Have them move the marble blocks building your temples.
Mm-hmm.
And if they get squashed between a brick,
Oh,
who cares?
I mean, they're not going to be around for long. I just thought it was fun, and I hadn't used that yet. I was like, I know I can get a zombie now.
That was fantastically well done.
I just like Ryan's eyes.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out this thing for Boros.
No, I giggled so hard when I was like, I want to cast Finger of Death, and you're just like, oh.
I know. I was like, oh, that's evil. I love it. Let's do it. So stupid.
And thank you all for putting on a fantastic spectacle, which allowed me to, loot stuff blind.
Anytime.
Whatever you want, whatever you need.
And I totally am not going to immediately send the necklace to my mother.
Oh,
wait, no,
damn,
that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Hang on, that's a great idea.
I got a cat who delivers.
Yeah. Yeah,
it may be the most valuable hairball ever coughed up.
I guess so.
That's how he delivers things via hairball.
What you remember the canon for it is if you saw the Captain Marvel movie, the little cat who ate the cube.
Yeah.
That's the method by which my speedy courier works.
Nice. What is that? What are they called again?
There's
a species
G something.
Name. Yeah. It was great. Cat, please.
The cat's name was Goose. And what the hell was Goose?
I enjoy
it. It's a flurkin.
Flurkin.
Its species is a flurkin.
Man, we're all so cool. Getting all this new stuff.
I gotta take a second look through all this shit.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Well, one good thing about the breaks is that gives me a chance to lay down with my back.
That's good.
Did anybody
give it like 20 minutes, Ouroboros, and try and refresh it? I think I might have found it, but I might not. We'll see.
if I might ask a question,
Sure.
what did everybody think of the other campaign ideas I posted in the chats a week or two ago?
Oh, yeah, this one's gonna be coming to a close at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Getting close to level 20.
20? I've never hit level 20.
Getting pretty dang close.
I get to wild shape whenever I want.
You want to see something absolutely game changing?
Sure.
Oh, come on, don't do this.
It's game changing and I'm seeing it. It's just
Okay, well, it's Cheetos Puffs, but they're white cheddar. They're pretty fire.
Pretty fire, pretty cool. Okay, let's get back to it. So
nobody gave me an answer, but okay. Let's just go through.
What was the question?
Oh no, I just wondered what everyone thought about
He's asking about the next
campaign, but
okay.
That's for another day.
Yeah, feel free to discuss that after game for sure, or on the chat or whatever. Cool, but yeah, let's come into the game. So while Ouroboros is being like Dr. Frankenstein upstairs, it's alive. That was a far better reference than I realized it was initially because Frankenstein got shit by lightning to. But anyway,
Robot Chicken. Is that what you were referencing?
No, I was referencing Frankenstein. But anyway, so with that happening, you guys have some post-victory stuff and or celebrating to do here on Olympus. What are thoughts? What are plans?
About how often do Olympians celebrate over something?
Bitch, they party all the time.
I figured.
All the time. What else do you got to do?
It's probably really boring if you don't party like every day.
Oh yeah, there's like events going on all the time around here. You know that like they'll do some like
a chili
spar
cook-off
battles in the definitely not
hot dogging contest.
They'll do some sparring battles in the arena. There'll be like galas and like I don't know, like I don't want to say balls because that's very England, but like I don't know, maybe they might like show off mortals they find favorable. There's all kinds of stuff they have going on up here.
So you can best fuck with that guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get more ingredients for the Hero's Feast spell.
All right, how do you intend to go about that?
I'm going to go ask Hephaestus if he has any of the supplies laying around.
Okay, just to make that quick as can be, why don't you make me a persuasion check to see if Hephaestus is willing to hand out one that's laying around.
Okay. Persuasion, here we go. 9.
9. He's like taking apart this like monster thing, and you're like, "Hey, Festus, do you have like a?" He's like, "Oh, look, it's crazy. I mean, like, like there was dragon souls in here. That's how she was powering them. Like, I they wanted to construct a metal. I didn't think anything of it, so I let them do it. But then, like, it's just like full ADHD. Like, is far too consumed with the interestingness of this invention to really hear you or be persuaded by you. And unfortunately, you don't get a bowl.
Okay. I nod for a few minutes, like listen intently, like I see. Well, I need to go take care of some stuff. Enjoy the dragon. You're welcome for us. Welcome for us.
Yeah, and it's like full surfs up when they're making the surfboard, where like the dude's sitting there like waiting, and Buddy's like doing the carving. He's just like not listening. He's doing his own thing. And you head out. You would know if you go looking around, Alicia. Valerie and Ian Warren are not here. They would have told you this morning they were going to Troy, because they're going to form this alliance they're going to create terms for alliance with the Olympians. So they're there, waiting for all of you and Zeus himself.
Okay, that's good to know. I just keep looking around if I could find one before. Then I'll take a short rest before we leave.
Okay, yeah, you take a short rest, no problem. Who else?
I mean, after I find one, of course, but yeah.
Find one of what?
The gem-encrusted bowl.
You're not going to find any. You tried to go find one.
Okay,
sorry.
Thanks anyway.
Just not today. You're like, time's a little short. Yeah. Maybe if you had time, but your time's short.
Okay.
Who else?
Well, I was gonna bring the extra dragon thingy construct to Hephaestus.
Yeah, you bring it to Hephaestus, and he'll be like, "Oh, come here, let me." And you're probably into this because it's a secret. And he'll tell you like, "Oh, like of course I let them. I think it's ingenuity, like forging and craftsmanship. I wanted to see what they do. Crafting is like a very like altruistic thing to do. You're always trying to like improve things. The crafter, but it's interesting. Was like they were powered by dragon souls. I think Kalagometh might have had children and killed them for their souls, and then put them in the machines to power them. Isn't that interesting? And we'll just sort of kind of go off about these immediate things he's already found out about them.
So hearing that, she will offer, if he would like to experiment, because she has Danse Macabre. So macabre, sorry. So if he, I think she'd be willing to sort of experiment with the idea that if there's souls trapped in there, if between Hephaestus and her, they can make them little puppets.
Yeah, he's gonna go, "Oh, no, there's no souls left inside. You see, I often have the power to destroy magic items. That's part of one of my abilities. I can create and I can destroy, right? So when they were destroyed, the souls were released. I imagine they're probably in the underworld right now. But we could work together and try and find a new power source for them. I'm sure it will have to be an exceptional soul, though, to do so. Like, it have to be something, no mere human or beast. It would have to be something pretty exceptional. But yeah, we just need to find a power source for these things, and he'll be happy to be like do this with you. Yeah, and he'll take.
She wants a pet. She wants a pet, so she'll 100% help.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, all right. So he'll take it and he'll be super excited, and he is going to start like working on finding cool power sources to like activate these things again, because you guys don't have a lot of access to dragon souls here on Olympus. So he's going to start to work on that. Cool.
And she'll command her zombie thing because she doesn't want to piss off Hades, so she'll just tell him to like dig a hole and lie in it. So basically just make a grave by her temple, and then if something attacks, then, but otherwise just lay there. It buried.
Got it. So just so you know, hold. Oh, okay. So he like lays in a hole. You're doing this, and and by chance you'll see Persephone going by, the Queen of the Underworld. It is June, so here she is. She kind of like walks by and sees you doing this, and is kind of like, kind of walks by. Would you want to speak to her about this situation?
Hello, Persephone. Well, wondering if I could get your opinion on something.
Oh, of course, Katara. She seems like very fond of you. And I think I've explained the connection there, where she's like this like flowery Thalia type, but inside she's like you. And she likes your whole deal. She goes, "Yeah, what can I do for you? It's so good to see you."
Good to see you too. Well, I've sort of created something.
And she'll just kind of point to the the zombie that's digging a grave.
Was that a senator? Did you make an undead slave of a senator? That is so cool.
Yes, though I don't know if your husband will feel so great about it. It was sort of an impulse. He was lying.
He doesn't usually like this kind of thing, but she like looks at you and she goes, "Well, you know Hecate so well, so I'm sure if we work together, maybe we can get him to make a little exception." What do you think?
I mean, that would be wonderful. I think it would be great to, develop, type of curse, something that would, if a mortal went back on their word, that they would end up like this for just a little bit. And then I'd send them along. But
if every mortal like lied or
no, they would have to make a very specific vow between two people, I imagine. Something where they would invoke my name, and if one of them went back on their word, then
you know what you should do? You should like totally go to Hera and try and lay this curse on like any man who's like unfaithful to their wife. And then if they're unfaithful, if they like break their wedding vows, they get like a little macabre for a while. Wouldn't that be something?
I mean, I am really fond of the idea of having just a couple servants for a while.
And maybe you just want some servants for a while. Like, listen, like, I love your whole deal. The god of secrets. I mean, necromancy is kind of a secret. People aren't really supposed to know about that.
Well, would you like a servant? I can always try to send one to you.
Oh, honey, I have many
I know
servants.
You do, but
I know.
Just, if you wanted anyone in particular.
No, I appreciate it. I usually like my servants to smell nice and look a certain way.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I really appreciate the offer. I have, when I'm with my husband, I have no shortage of like undead minutes, right? Yeah. I'll admit it's kind of nice. Some like there's goods and bads to it. Like I miss my husband terribly, but it's nice to be here where like, the servants aren't like, it's not like 50-50 if they smell bad or like totally dead. There's a sort of higher quality servant.
Well, if you ever miss home and you want to just walk by and smell the air, if it reminds you of him, you're free.
Thank you. And I do. So I will. I'll see you later, okay?
Bye.
Bye. And you guys head off. And Persephone will proceed to go start braiding friendship bracelets. Okay, you do that and you can get a short rest.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I'll say like for this time, you think Persephone's kind of like she's got your back on this one. She's like, you can have a send. It's fine. You know, Hades loathes to upset his wife, so you know, you're good. Who else? Does anyone else have any last things they want to do on Olympus before heading to Troy? Yes, Silenos. I saw. Just itching. Just itching.
No. I was thinking about something. I would just like to meet with maybe Athena before this all goes down.
Very cool. Yeah, you go to see Athena. You'll find your way to her archive, as it were. And she will say, she'll look at you with her, piercing, exacting eyes, and she will say, Salinos, what can I do for you?
Your wisdom. I just the upcoming terms and I guess diplomacy. I think just has very large ramifications for not only Greece but a lot of the natural world too. I would just like to say that I would like to help in the amendment of the terms, or seek his counsel as of God of fellowship in being able to confer that our security is bolstered, but also the druids are taken care of.
I'm sure the druids will not have too much difficulty speaking on their own behalf. You wish to make sure everyone comes out with equal terms.
I merely wish to emulate the treatment that myself, my allies, were given, and ensure that they are given the best that they can receive. As
I have. Oh, go ahead.
And I was just gonna say, as we, and I'll pointedly look at her. You would not. I would not have been able to free you. Help find Zeus. If it weren't for them. Greece owes its existence to the druids. As hated as that may be.
Then I suppose it's to you to ask yourself where your loyalties lie. This is an alliance that is being formed, but in the end, this is a meeting of terms. You'll have to decide for yourself which side of the line you wish to balance these terms, in the favor of Olympus or in the favor of the druids. You are the god of fellowship, Silenos, and you have earned that title for a good reason. You are fair, and you are hospitable. I think perhaps the wisdom to be sought here is to know that you don't need to seek further wisdom. You already are more than aware of how best to treat people, how to grant alliance, how to ensure fairness is had. This is what you are, and this is what you have done these past 6 months. The wisdom I grant you is to trust yourself that you will know what to do in the time that comes.
I appreciate that. When the time comes, I think
I will say, rest assured, that these negotiations Zeus and Ianworn Zeus has spoken to me at some length about. This is not what I think to be some backhanded political alliance. I think this Ianworn fellow has sparked something in Zeus he has not seen there in a very long time. I think this alliance is a genuine one that wishes to be met on both sides. I would not fear too heavily underhanded dealings.
Perfect. No problem. I'm sure. I should be able to make sure everyone's happy, feeling protected with each other.
You always have, Silence.
Thanks, Dana. And yeah, I'll just turn and go.
You turn, you may go prepare yourself, clean yourself up after that big battle, and you may get a short rest. Sounds like most of everybody, but we got Dahlia and Gyasi. Is there anything that you two want to do around Olympus before we go see Troy?
No, Dahlia doesn't have anything.
Okay. You just kind of maybe clean yourself up. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I have two small things. They're super quick. One is I am going to send the necklace from Kalagometh to my mother.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing by Hermes' palace.
Okay.
I'm not looking for him. I'm looking for one of his other lackey messengers.
Understood. You will find the goddess Iris, the goddess of rainbows and sort of a minor god of messages. And she'll say, "Oh, yes, hello, Gyasi, what can I do for you?"
I need to get a message to this mortal. And by this mortal, I mean Dahlia's father, who is currently rebuilding Constantinople.
Oh, Constantinople, yes. What message would you like me to send?
His deeds are seen, and the gods are well pleased. And the 4 rings that I took from Kalagometh, those should go to him.
She'll take them and she'll say, of course, of course. I will relay your message immediately.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, of course, of course. And she'll jump through the air, and as she does so, a big old rainbow will form. And she like leaps across Greece to go find her way to Constantinople and find Thalia's father and grant him this wealth and this message.
Okay, now I'm ready to go to Troy.
Sweet. If that's everybody, you all get a short rest. During that short rest, you can like clean yourself up, get the dragon guts off, you know, put your big smile on. This is
Spend a lot of hit dice.
Yep, spend a lot of hit dice. This is a pretty big occasion, guys. You are going to go form an alliance. Olympus is a realm of immortals, and it is rare that they find themselves with a different faction they need to deal with. You have all been mortals, but now something is going to change.
Right.
To Troy. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just technical question. For my short rest, because it charges my spells, like my spell slots get renewed, does that extend over into the extra ones that not the upper one, but the 2? Did those also get refreshed? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
per your special level, you got the extra spell slot, and they all got upgraded to 6. That is considered a warlock spell slot for all intents and purposes.
Sorry, that's it.
No,
Thank you.
No, don't be sorry. It's all good. No problem. Now really to Troy. You guys all form up. You all form up. Let me think here. Is there someone who's gone? The sun is out. Paulo will be looking down on this meeting, surely. I think you will all find your you all find your way up to the gardens outside of the throne room. This is a place where you guys as gods can sort of like step off of and fall into the Greek world without the need of teleportation. Getting back requires a little help, but sort of like leaving this realm That is one way you could do it. So you would all sort of form up there as like a common meeting place. And there you will see Hera, the queen of the gods, standing. And as you all approach, she will say, "Very well. It is time. I will be going with you as queen of the gods. It will be to me to be a part of this diplomacy. Are we ready to go?"
Ready? Well, ready as I'll ever be.
I would say so. And we are very lucky to have you, Hera.
Thank you, boss.
Silas like nonchalantly put his hand on Thalia's arm.
Do I know about that? Like, I don't know.
Make me a what's your passive insight? What's your passive insight?
Shit.
Or passive investigation? Insight. Sorry, passive insight.
Thank you for saying that. Passive insight.
Yeah.
18.
Yes. That would have spread around the rumor mill pretty heavily here in Olympus. You definitely caught that piece of gossip today. Like all of I'll say anyone with a passive insight above now it's fine. I'm gonna say for now, anyone who has a passive insight above, I'll say 15 because it just happened today. Anyone with a passive insight of 15 or above caught wind of this rumor as it kind of spread around Olympus like wildfire.
Okay.
It's more like gossip than anything. It's not, nobody has any evidence that Hera did it, but they're like, it was probably Hera, you know?
Okay. Then I don't think that Ouroboros would say we are lucky to have you.
Okay, sure. Recon that. She will sort of turn and sort of elegantly step off the mountain, sort of vanish into the winds of Zeus that will ferry her and all of you off. You all step forward.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, but I will preface that I cannot plane shift us back today. Just so everyone knows.
Understood. You all land somewhere certainly a little bit more deserty, a little bit more hot. You will all find yourself outside the gates of Troy. As you are there and Hera stands, very quickly her form will shift. She'll be humanoid form. She will be wearing it's nice. It's definitely like something that a more refined individual would wear, but it is still subtle. A cloak, and sort of change her mortal appearance or her immortal appearance to look sort of like a mortal stranger, someone not really to be sort of seen on the street too heavily, sort of easily missed in the crowd. And she'll look to all of you and say, "I suggest you do the same. We're not here to make a spectacle. We're here to make an alliance."
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
Okay. I'll just shift into a bird for now.
Turn into a bird. She'll, yeah. Any one of you who would try and will yourself to do this, you do find yourselves within the ability to shift your forms to look like, you'll carry all of the same stats, but you will look like a different humanoid of your choosing. You basically all have like alter self. Nah, this is more like a disguise self. It's the shape change feature. Don't worry about it. You don't need stats for that. You guys,
Ouroboros disguises himself to look like a hunchback old man with a scraggly gray beard and a cane.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, we'll basically call this disguise self, but you have the ability to change your shape down to like a medium or small creature, as long as it's a humanoid appearance. Pretty much at will. So you change your shape, and everyone else changes their shape.
Silenos accidentally uses disguise self and then changes to Ouroboros and then goes, and then switches.
I like look over. I know the voice probably doesn't change, but
yeah, it changes.
Oh, sweet.
I don't know. This is just something I'm kind of pulling out of, like, I don't have like stats for this feature, but you guys shape change. It's
okay. Yeah, he definitely looks over to Silenos and Ouroboros for him. He's like, "Yeah, it feels good, don't it? Yeah, you enjoy that?
That's for you."
Move. And then he'll just
It's
go
hard
into
to
like a
move.
nondescript middle-aged man.
Yep, you look like a nondescript middle-aged man, or else you're like an old straggly bastard.
I'm talking like,
yeah, I know.
If you didn't
Like
know how
old
long
miner
humans
guy.
lived, you would think this
Greek
fucker
old.
is like 1,000 years old. Like,
he's like missing teeth and shit. Hera's like, oh, I'm curious, Katara. Katara and Yasi, I'm especially curious about you two.
Oh, mine's very, very simple.
cat.
No, I'm going to look like a young human boy with a fishing pole. The fishing pole is the trident.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Nice, I like that. Katara, the spookiest of the group. What do you think Katara does to disguise herself in public?
Just because I think it's funny. Can I turn into like one of the girls from The Shining, like one of the little girls?
Shit.
Sure, you can.
100% with the creep vibe. Well done.
Yeah, a little Greek grudge kind of looking girl, who's a little too pristinely made up,
and just tells you horrible secrets whenever she sees
yeah.
you.
Come play with us.
You're going to die within the week.
Never and ever.
Or
Goodbye.
Pulls
I
off
had
her
to.
fingernail, gives it to you.
Goodbye.
Watch over you.
She's just skipping through. Come on, guys. I have to.
Hera's like, fuck. So, yes, let's go, I suppose then. She sort of leads the group forward, with this old ass man, a kid with a fishing pole, a creepy little girl.
Yeah, holding Ouroboros' hand.
Middle-aged man. Yeah, you're holding his man. Hold his hand. A
You've
bird.
got respect for your
I think
elders,
Hera, if you try and stick too close to the party, Alicia, like Hera definitely like shoos you. She like swipes her hand. She's like, shoot, go away. It's inconspicuous to have a bird flying. So kind of shoo you to like fly over at least. Go.
I fly higher up above.
Cool. And you guys walk into just like nothing. Oh, right. And yeah, Silenos, you change your shape and you're like, oh, I can see again. As you're like reform eyes. Cool. And you guys all walk forward. I imagine Thalia is similar to Hera, a beautiful robe, like a sort of secretly beautiful robed individual, that kind of thing. You all wander into the city. You're in Troy. You walk across the long field where many Greek blood was spilt hundreds of years ago. Walk through those great gates, and see a functioning city. It is oh my god. It is part Greek, part Persian. Definitely has those sort of Arabian cultural influences, but the Greek is there to be sure. You will see people, bartering in beautiful silks, children running through the streets, urchins coming nearby. You will notice as like that is happening, like still with poise, but like as you walk by, you guys like walk by like I don't know, like whatever poor people, but any like women or small children who like come around, urchins and such. Um, some of you might know urchins to be pickpockets. You kind of run by Hera, maybe like bump into her, and you might, in your passive perception, see them run by with like a bag of gold after they might have taken off her purse. But she continues to walk, and this happens a number of times. You get the sense that she's producing these to let them have that, and she'll stop here and there and look at a person who's on the side of the street and then keep walking, see another person on the side of the street and like somewhat cruelly sort of like drop a couple drachma in their direction. Being the goddess of the protector of women and children and the innocent and such, she's kind of finds herself inclined to do this. As you walk through the city, you walk past the great big palace of Troy that was sacked so very long ago. You see the Temple of Poseidon, where it seems that there are like very broken, beaten down, but the shell of a great horse-like creature statue still remains in the courtyard of the Temple of Poseidon. And you guys continue onward. You make your way deep, deep, deep into Troy until you find yourselves at like a market in sort of like the middle of the city. There's a number of temples and nicer buildings before leading into like a middle class slum kind of area. And in a courtyard, you will see maybe not as fucked up as Ouroboros' old man, but another old man. And hey, funny enough, who are my original characters from like level 1, session 1? I think Thalia, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Thalia, you recognize this old man. You see this like old man with a brown beard and sort of cloaked. He looks strong, broad enough to work, but he's certainly older. This is the same man who gathered your party off the streets of Delphi and told you to go to the Temple of Apollo in the mountains. This is the same individual who set your party on the path. And you, Brandon, might remember that as Jace, but this is the same man. And he will stand up and approach Hera, and he will say, excuse me, miss. I haven't seen such beauty in Troy in such a long time. May I walk with you some? He says, if you must. And he kind of smiles and like goes in for a kiss, and she turns her head. And he kind of like looks past her to all of you. And he says, welcome, young and old, it seems. He kind of like eyebrows. He horrible. Might I say Troy is a fun place. Perhaps some of you are, well, having too much fun, maybe. It's fine.
Who is this?
What'd he say?
He looks at you, Katara, as you're like looking at him skeptically, and his eyes will sort of flare electric blue just for like a second under his hood.
I just assumed because as soon as he stepped within 30 feet.
Yeah, any of you with any of you with true sight or the ability to see the true form of individuals would know this to be Zeus. Cool. He says, shall we go meet our druid friends? It's time to form this alliance officially, I'd say.
Yeah. So Zeus got curbed like that in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
She makes
Hera
it work
just
for
found about a humongous public scandal where he fucked Thalia.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And Hera's pissed about it. So yeah, she curbed him right in front of all of you.
It wouldn't be the first time though.
No, but it doesn't mean she's happy about it.
Damn.
He says, let us go. They wait us already. And he will begin to walk. Or he'll like gesture down the street, and Hera will sort of take off walking. And he'll follow in behind her and all of you behind him, presumably. And he takes you all to a rather nice taverna. It's unlike most of the city, it's actually marble, probably imported marble. This is a very nice tavern that's probably reserved only for finer society. You guys walk in to be delighted by the sounds of flutes, cheer, people making merry, and just like having a good time in this midday, wetting their whistle maybe between work shifts. And Zeus is going to walk up to the tavern keep and sort of look at him and say, "It's time for all of your customers and yourself to go. And go now." I said, "Yes, of course. Yes." He says, the tavern is closed. The tavern is closed." And everyone goes, "Ah." And he goes, "Everyone else, is a special party coming, everyone." And within about 10 minutes, the whole tavern is vacated. All of the hustle and bustle begins to fade away. Hera finds her way to the nicest central table and will sit, kind of like dust off the table in front of her. A number of individuals will come around, and like whatever servants are there will like clean up the middle table that she's sitting at, the long middle table, and leave like fresh cups and wine on the table, and then all the mortals leave the room. Zeus will say, Hermes will appear at his shoulder and go, "Yeah, here, what's going on?" And he goes, "Tell the druids they can come now, and keep an eye, make sure none enter." Hermes says, "All right," and he's gone again. And Alicia, you receive a sending. It says, "Go to the tavern," and we'll visually describe the building. "Go to the tavern with the open roof and the marble structure." You can flutter in, to which, two other birds. One is, they're fairly common birds in this part, just sort of 3 of them eventually sort of flutter in and take shape. Alicia, Valerie, who looks to be her healthy self, if a little miserable. You get the sense she kind of powered herself up with greater restorations to not be so exhausted. And Ianworn arrive in the tavern space. Zeus will stand and shake his hand. You'll see his beard sort of goes white, changes color to white. His face looks more Zeus. He'll remain immortal, but in appearance, but his face will appear to be Zeus once more. So anyone looking by might be like, "Is that?" No, couldn't be. Hera does the same thing. Zeus will stand up and he'll kind of like take the arm of Ianworn. I'm gonna say, "Ianworn, it's good to see you. It's time that we made this alliance final." What do you say, friend? He goes, "I agree. I'm happy that we could come to this place in only a short couple months. It's going to be good." We sit at the table, and what about the rest of you? Does anyone wish to sit at the table? Alicia, Ianworn would like gesture. He'd expect you to sit at the table. Valerie does as well, representing the druids. Would any of you sit at the table or like lounge around the bar? Like, what does everyone else do?
I think. Where were the cups placed, or the kilixes, or whatever?
On the bar.
On the bar.
But
Okay.
the fresh stuff was put on that central table that Hera, Zeus, and the druids are sitting at.
I think Ouroboros would be, or old man Boros would be sitting at the bar. He's very frail and like probably like 4'10" or something, because he's hunched over, and he's like double fisting like a Kilix, like fucking beer or whatever is going down the side of his face, and he's like doing that shit that old people do, where they like they're gumming, and like licking it.
What the fuck?
It's like, Oh yeah, this is some good shit.
I love
Woo!
old Boros.
Did Hera and Zeus like drop their form out once the druids came in, or are they still hidden?
They're still mortal in appearance.
Okay.
Like when Zeus is Zeus, like his hair and beard are like literal clouds. He looks like Zeus in his face, but he is remaining mortal and shape change. Like if someone walked by,
Okay.
they might be like, "Wow, he looks a lot like Zeus," but they wouldn't know him to be Zeus.
Okay. Katara will find a seat. It doesn't. I don't know if it has to be at the table. It's fine, but she just kind of wants to be in between. Yeah, she just wants to be. She wants to be able to see everybody. So she's kind of in the middle.
Okay. Currently the position at the table is like Zeus is sitting at the end, Hera is sitting to his right, and Ian Warren has been invited to like sit at his left. It's a longer table. So Katara, yeah, you can sit maybe next to Hera. A little further down the table. You don't have to, do whatever you want.
She just wants to yeah, sure. She'll sit next to Hera.
Okay, you sit next to Hera. Valerie, I think, will sit next to Ian Warren. Alicia, would you like to sit next to Valerie?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Ouroboros is chugging at the bar. What about you three?
Woo, happy hour.
I'll sit with Alicia.
Okay, sit next to Alicia.
For me, I'm gonna climb onto a table kind of behind the druid contingent, and do like a little kid with a fishing pole. I'm gonna dick around with the pole while I'm sitting on the table.
Okay, yeah. Is this a separate table or their table?
Separate table.
Okay, yeah. The table right next to them,
behind
kind of like
their.
Yeah. Yeah, you pop up there, Silenos.
Silenos would just be like if there was like, so if you imagine there was a table behind the druids and then a table behind like Zeus in the middle, Silenos would just be there observing. He wouldn't be actively at the table, just observing in the middle.
Got it. Yep. You sit at a table sort of maybe like behind but between Zeus and Ian Warren.
Exactly.
Sure. Cool. Ian Warren's like looking around at all of you, like admittedly a little amused. Like he knows kind of who you're all supposed to be, but he doesn't know who you all are, and you're all like these like kind of crazy forms. Thalia, what do you look like as you disguise yourself to enter Troy?
I think Thalia would just look like a different, beautiful woman. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, just maybe blonde this time.
Blonde this time. I've always wanted to be a blonde. Ian Warren looks around. He goes, "Well, I know that I know you're Thalia. That's not too hard to guess." He's gonna look around. He's gonna see the creepy black-haired child and be like, "I'm gonna guess Katara over there for that one." I admit I'm struggling with the boy with the fishing rod. Oh no, you're probably Gyasi because of the sea and everything. Did I get that right? Yeah, all right, okay, cool. I'm lost with the other two, the old man and the middle age. I'm lost with you two. Okay, let me guess. He's gonna try and figure. He looks around.
Go.
He goes, what do you think, Valerie? Which one of them Salinos? Which one of them's Ouroboros? Valerie's like looks at the old man and goes like, well, Ouroboros wouldn't pick someone who looks so fucking pathetic, I don't think. I'm gonna say that's Salinos. Salinos is kind of.
I resemble that remark.
I don't know what that. That hurt my head. And Imar's like, okay, yeah, no, I think I agree. It's probably Salinos. He's a bit of a. Satyrs are kind of fun like that, so he's probably Salinos, and that's Ouroboros trying to look unsuspecting. He's very formal. Hera's like, if we're quite done with that, he goes, "Oh, sorry, ma'am. I get a little distracted sometimes." Yes, you're right. Zeus says, "Oh, let us begin. Very exciting. The druids and the Olympians. We have been enemies in the past, but we have taken these times in these last couple of months to come to understand each other a little bit better, I think. And if your people are anything like you, or take your guidance at the very least, then Olympus will be happy to continue this armistice, this alliance, make it more permanent, perhaps. So let us begin. Hera will say, I am curious, what do the druids wish? Which protections do they want? And Ian Warren will say, well, I think a lot of druids are a little unsure of the gods, as we have spoken about Zeus. And I think that maybe there will come a time where maybe our lands and your lands can become a little more mingled. But for the time being, and I hope that doesn't offend, but perhaps there might not be gods stepping into our world, that we are afforded that for a time so that our people can become more comfortable with the idea and maintain their way. Hera says, this seems fair. Our influence can be chaotic, something slowly to be created, perhaps. And Zeus kind of smiles at Hera and looks and says, done. No god shall set foot in the lands of Gaia until such a time as we change that, so your people decide to change that for themselves. I would ask that in exchange, any druids who wish to come to live in our world are allowed that passage and not held back. I think our natural world can learn a lot from you, so I would not wish them to feel held back. And how do they expect to learn of us if they are not able to come here and experience Greece? Ian Warren says that seems perfectly fair. We will ensure that anyone wishing to come to Greece from our lands is allowed to do so with minimal pushback. We'll try and make sure that's accepted as much as possible. And they talk for a while. I'll save you some time. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but they talk about reparations, they talk about concessions, they talk about protections, diplomacies and such. And in the end, what it comes down to is that, thanks, Alicia. What it comes down to is the druids are basically like, we want to dip our toes into Greece and not have to fully immerse ourselves in the Hellenistic religion, like out of the gate. And both Hera and Zeus seem very amenable to that. Hera's very straightforward about that she does hold those druids responsible for their actions. If they're to come into our world and draw power from those lands and be diplomatically protected by those people, that they hold them responsible. Any crimes committed by the druids in the lands of Greece are to either be punished there or in the lands of Greece when they were, or the lands of Gaia when they return. And that is agreed upon. And they begin to mediate and talk at points and go on. And they go on for like an hour. You're all cold in here and there. Everything seems to be very straightforward and fair. They seem to be getting along. Zeus and Ian Ward have talked a long time, and it's probably a formality. But I want to ask, is there anything that the party would wish to try and detect? Any rules they'd like to make? Any input they'd like to make during this meeting as it progresses? Or do you just wish to be there to listen?
I will trust Ian Warren to take the lead on this point.
Okay. You had certain designs for the lands of Greece yourself, Alicia. You are an archdruid and have the right to speak here as much as Ian Warren, as a reminder. So while Ian Warren is being the mouthpiece, you and Valerie hold the same level of power to speak here if you have reparations or concessions or wants or needs in this meeting.
I can't think of any at the moment, and so far, let's proceed.
Okay, fair enough.
If so, I'll text you in retrospect.
Ouroboros, being the unsuspected old fuck he has become,
right?
he will silently inspect Ian Warren and the crew, Valerie, and yeah, and I think he'll go off of trying to see like how they're acting, like their mannerisms and such, to see if those are in line with who he knows to be those people.
Okay, yeah, make me an insight check. It's hard to keep this phone low. As low as she goes.
That'll be 19.
19. As far as you know, everyone is behaving as you know them to be. Valerie's glaring and has been glaring at Zeus pretty much the whole conversation. Just kind of sitting there like looking at him like kind of like, you can tell that she's like pissed off and just trying to be good and hold it back because it's more important than she is, but she looks pissed off. Alicia seems to be behaving her normal self. Zeus and Hera are harder to read. You guys have been gods for some time, but they're beings of immortal stature. It is difficult to fully interpret. And frankly, it's the first time you've seen Zeus and Hera interact or together or in like just like this kind of personal as a team before. So it's difficult when it comes to Zeus and Hera. Around the end of the meeting, Hera is going to say, there is one concession that I would ask on behalf of the druids to you, husband. And Zeus says, interesting, what is it? And she would say, the curse you placed on Valen. You said, or she wouldn't call her by her name, by the druid. You put that on her to make an example of her for the young man. Your brother has since supported him in Olympus, and she did not deserve it, and she has suffered long enough, I think. I would ask that you remove that curse from her. He says, well, she's going to roll persuasion. Zeus says, he just kind of nods and says, as a show of good faith, I would be willing to release her from this curse. She kind of like perks up and kind of like, she looks a little uncertain how to feel in her face, but she kind of like says, she's like, thank you to Hera, which is a little caught off guard. And Zeus says, well then, maybe you might want to get some water. She goes, oh, like it's done? Just like that? And he goes, yes, it's done. And he goes, she like stands up and goes, pushes you out of the way. Yeah. And she like grabs some wine and kind of like does a little sip. And she kind of like just starts like doing that, and she like pushes that one aside, and she like goes over to a water.
That was mine.
Starts pouring it down her mouth and across her face, and she's like, and like goes behind the bar and finds some bread and starts shoving it in her mouth. She literally hasn't eaten in 6 months. She starts stuffing food in her mouth and drinking water like baby.
I try to grab one of the pieces of bread from
she's
the plate.
She's like, no. She like,
come on.
I'll go over and try to get her to like, okay, that's good. Okay, it's good. I'll take.
She's got like her foot on your head. She primal savagery. She's like, like at you or what else?
It's okay.
God damn it!
I think I just decided AOS Missouri, like, it's okay. We'll get a whole feast later on. It's okay. It's just, I promise. Like, I tap on the back and get her back to sit down.
She's not listening to you. She's going, okay. Yeah, she is fucking like feral on this. She like starts going through. She's like throwing cups across the bar. She finds like a bowl of like fruit and starts like taking bites out of apples and just like gorging.
I I give a look at Ian one like.
I was like, it's fine. I think we can. It's fine. She is probably very hungry. Thank you, Zeus. I've come to understand a little bit about how things work on Olympus, so I appreciate your mercy on us for such a thing. But he just sort of nods, and Ian says, "Well, I think unless anyone here has anything else in mind, I think that I might bring our alliance sort of. I think everything's fine on our end, and everything sounds fine on yours." Zeus says, "It does." Hera says, "I'm satisfied. I would say that when your people come to our lands, they will be under the same protections and repercussions as any other Greek while they're in our lands. They will have no immunity to our wrath or favor." He says, I understand completely. Wouldn't be this world without it. And as in good faith, anything a druid does here, if they try and seek safety in the lands of Gaia, they will be we'll deal with that and ensure that they don't escape wrathful justice or whatever. She nods. Zeus looks around and says, "Well, it was decided that the Demithots be here for the creating of this alliance. I would ask all of you if there's some extra reparations or terms that you think might have been missed. Speak now."
I don't know. I think I don't know what to do.
Hera looks at you beside you and says, "You look like you wish to say something."
She will, hearing the decree of Zeus that we will not go into their lands, she will produce the flute that was provided to her and sort of place it on the table to say, I will not pass. But if they would like me to keep it so I can send people back, that she will offer that as her, people can come to Aiea because she's already offered that, but then she will send them back if they need to.
I speak on Qatar's behalf and say, I fully trust Qatar to use this gift wisely.
Ian Warren nods and says, well, maybe perhaps that is worth mentioning. Is the Demithots especially have been such cordial guests of our lands. Gods though you are, we have to speak for our people, not just ourselves. So yes, I wish to put that trust forth. Perhaps maybe the best way to do this is perhaps the flute be given to, it turns around and says to you, Gyasi. You were handpicked by Gaia herself to be the watcher of the many planes. Perhaps it's you who should hold the key to the lands of Gaia to be used in special situations, and maybe you can hand that to Qatar if you need people sent back or what have you. You hold the world key after all. Perhaps you should hold the key to our lands too.
And with that, Gyasi will stand and he will drop the disguise for the trident, and he will draw the world key.
Okay.
I stand 1 foot in the realm of the gods, and I will nod to Zeus and to Hera, and the other by the surcease of Gaia herself. And I will nod to Ian Warren and the rest of the druids.
He'll nod. Say,
whatever alliance and rules that you settle for, I will watch over until such a time as they are mutually decreed in advance. And
please make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's not my strong suit, but
I thought you got
I
better.
will give you advantage.
I did get better.
Okay.
I will give you advantage because you have indeed been chosen by Gaia. That carries weight.
22 then.
22. Ian Warren will say, then I would like to make a final I'd like to put another term forth that that Yasi, chosen watcher of Gaia, he be allowed access into our realm exclusively, so that he may help mediate watcher responsibilities and ensure this alliance is held in good trust, and that he may do so with any agents he deems trustworthy to the task, if that suits both of you. Zeus says, "It is your lands. Yasi is not fully an Olympian yet, but is well on his way to earning it. I think for what his purpose wishes to be, this is a fine start. But by the fact that he is not yet an Olympian, we don't hold absolute power over him other than a subject of Greece. But he has been chosen by Gaia. So, if this is what you wish, then this is as it should be." And then Ian Warren nods and says, "Then Gyasi, Watcher of Gaia, you will we allow you diplomatic access to the lands of Gaia whenever you see fit to the carrying out of your responsibilities, and any you deem trustworthy as well." And he will, but regardless, maybe more symbolically, he will hand the flute to you, Yasi, and you will have this beautiful wood flute.
Guitar
he maybe, I know, he maybe like looks back at the guitar and he's like,
It's like giving up her stuff.
I wish to bring something forward.
Yeah, Zeus says, "Speak, Ouroboros." And Emon's like, "Ah, shit."
Come on,
Valerie's
Dad.
like, "Oh, I put him. Oh, man." So come sit back at the table.
Gotcha, good. He
Zeus says, "Yes, Ouroboros, speak."
he hops off of one of the stools and falls down, and then he gets back up.
Hera's like,
he grabs his cane and walks over what seems like an eternity over to the table.
And Zeus and Hera look entirely unamused. Ian Warren, like, he's watching the whole show and he's kind of thinks it's funny.
I walk over to the table, realize that I'm not tall enough to look over the table, and then
oh my god.
You're
just like an ancient halfling, you're like an old gnome, basically.
I don't know what he is.
Right.
He like hops up onto the chair, and he kind of he scooches, and it's entirely awkwardly loud.
I just, for the fun of it, like when he's about to sit down, can I just like dispel his illusion just so that he like his full weight hits the chair?
Yeah.
Breaks it.
If you weren't going to, someone else was going to at that table. As you like, or else you're like, "I'm just gonna sit down with my heart." And as you like go to sit down, Katara, you put a dispel magic in that direction, or else you crush through the fucking stool.
He just lays there.
Zeus is like, "Well, sorry. Like he kind of does one of those. His Hera like gives him like a shit look, and he's like,
Silence. As
my
he's
dad,
walking
son.
over, like silently high fives Zeus, and then just like helps Ouroboros
Like
up.
little-
Says, "Get on with it. You're dying out here."
As I was saying, I would like to propose that more of an idea. Whereas we will allow the druids to cross over into our lands, what if there are those that wish to go over into the druid lands that are not immortal? Would we allow the same?
Ian Warren says, certainly not the gods, but maybe people. I don't know if land. Alicia, what do you think, Alicia? You're responsible for the defense of the lands of Gaia, and Valerie, you as well. Your people are most spread apart. But what do you think? Do you think that the lands of Gaia are ready to receive foreigners as such?
Slowly, if they have the confidence of the druids that came here, for one, and
They would need to be able to have the druids say so, I would assume, because there's kind of a guard dog at the entrance we came in.
Oh, it shouldn't be a problem for them, don't worry.
Very well.
Hera says, it makes me entirely uncomfortable. Greeks beyond our eyes. Whatever could happen to them in the lands of Greece. Do you think our people would be able to survive in their lands? As I'm led to believe, it's a wild place.
It is wild. They could survive if they had guidance and an escort, perhaps. So, cautiously, I would say.
Zeus looks at Hera and says, what do you think? She says, I think perhaps visitors, not residents, but perhaps very temporary visitors, might be good. Ones deemed worthy by the gods to visit this secret place, and ones we would expect returned, and any harm brought to them would be paid back in kind. As we turn over their protection to you, we would need assurances of theirs. Zeus says, oh yeah, go ahead.
That's completely fair.
Zeus says, oh, Ian Warren goes, I think that's more than fair. We got to introduce each other slow at a time and make sure everyone's safe while we're doing it. So, certainly. Zeus says, then it is decreed. If the gods deem them worthy, there may be some chosen few in Greece who may step into these lands of Gaia and be placed under their protection. And if they are not returned, there will need to be reparations made, understandings, punishment even. They go under your protection. If that protection is not enough, something will have to be done. Valerie says, what do you mean? Something will have to be done. Zeus,
any Greek that goes to the land of Gaia and does not return, and please understand, and I will face all three of the druids. I watch you and them as much as I watch the Olympians. Everybody has their place.
Ian Warren nods respectfully, and Valerie looks like unsure about it. Zeus says, then perhaps it is indeed the responsibility laid by, wrong accent. Zeus says, then indeed it would be the accent. Not me. brain stopped working. He says, then indeed it would be the responsibility of the Watcher of Gaia to ensure that both the justice of Gaia and the punishment and judgment of Zeus is brought where necessary. We agree to this. Should anything happen to Greeks in the lands of Gaia, it would be for us to judge what is to be done next. And yes, Gyasi, you would mediate in such a situation. All the druids sort of nod in agreement. The two of them anyway, nod in agreement. Zeus says, very well. Is there anything else? Any last things before we call this final?
I've said my piece.
You're back to being an old man.
Yeah, the camera like goes to everybody, then it just goes back to Ouroboros, and he's back to an old man.
Oh boy. Zeus says, then it is the will of Olympus, the lands of Gaia, our friend to the Olympian. And Morn says, we're very happy to have this alliance, and that we don't need to fear each other any longer, and start working towards familiarity. So, thank you very much. Zeus puts out an arm to Ian Warren. Ian Warren will, a little awkwardly, like this whole thing isn't very Ian Warren, but it's Zeus's thing, so he'll do it. So he takes that, and they kind of firmly handshake and smile at each other, and the alliance is forged.
Yeah.
You guys hear
outside. On that.
Oh yeah. You hear slamming sounds from outside, immediate screams, the sound of devastation. The ground rumbles and shakes under your feet. Enough so that even Zeus and Hera are meant to sort of like shift in their chairs. Something is wrong outside. The druids and the gods stand up and rush outside to see what's going on. Presumably you all do as well. As you step outside, where did I put you all? I'll find you wherever I ended up putting you. But as you step outside, you are going to see something larger than the city itself. Wait for it, 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 wait for it. Boom.
Standing in the middle of this...
Share that shit.
Oh, you fucking better believe it. On Lake Donkey Kong, you are going to see Titans, but not just any Titans.
Share that shit.
Fuck, I haven't been sharing again?
That's what I was saying.
Knew it.
I was saying,
I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
I knew you wouldn't fucking disappoint with Troy. We love that movie. You and me both.
Cool,
you guys see, or turn off the cute music. You guys see flying on tattered black wings, the old man form with leering yellow eyes and a great black scythe in his hand, fluttering at the shoulder of the most massive Titan you've ever seen in your lives. Strong and brawn, big enough to hold the world on his back, is Atlas, as he, with every step, destroys a neighborhood and 100 lives. Again, small arrows rain up in it. Maybe not even as high as his chest, but only up to his very knee. Do arrows fall off. And Atlas sort of makes his way around with a big smirk on his face as he enjoys sort of stepping and crushing the lives of the creations of the Greeks. And Kronos sort of looks around and sort of, Zeus! Where are you, my boy? Where are you, son? And he looks across the way as Zeus sort of becomes his whole great height. He goes, there you are, my favorite boy. Daddy's home. You ready to be a snack again, little lad? And Hera will sort of emerge to and go, and your sister wife too. I will enjoy this. And that is indeed where we will end the session. As next session, we will have a great battle between Kronos, Atlas, and all of you.
Damn. I wanted to say Ouroboros, like